Feel fresh.
So fresh and so clean. I just came from outside and we're live.
Hey,
What is up, everyone? I know I got some choppy connection going on right now. Hopefully it doesn't it increases. No, that's not the word.
Hopefully it improves as we go.
It improves. There you go. Increases. Look, it's not even the video, it's me now. But
it's
Mo, how are you? Logan, how are you?
Good. How are you, TK? How are you going on?
My internet is down. There's trees flying all around.
I'm doing well, and I guess we survived the storm that just hit us. It hit Queens. I'm out in Long Island, TK's in Queens. In Long Island, those trees were dancing. I was surprised to see how hard Queens got hit.
Bro, I couldn't believe it. I don't think anybody was expecting it.
No, I was.
Hello?
No, I hear you clearly.
Right.
Yo, for those of you that are watching, I'm pretty sure TK just said it. There's 5 of you guys watching. Just letting you know, we're fully aware of TK's the pictures acting up, but we got hit with a storm, and a lot of the internet light is all acting up. So just bear with us and just go with the flow, because I can hear TK clearly.
Oh man, I'm looking at myself right now.
Don't do it, TK. Let's just rock it out.
No.
You look like me in my first live YouTube video.
Oh god, what's going on here?
Nah, don't look at it, TK. Let's just do it, bro.
That's a lag. Look at me. I'm not even at my desk. It's showing me at my desk.
Yo, you want me to look at the comments?
I'm lying. I am at my desk.
You want me to look at the comments while you look at the picture?
I mean,
Yo, what's up? 1-2 Comic Talk. Kevin's in the house. We got Agu with the emoji highs. AR Comics, what's up, bro? And you know what, TK? I was gonna test out my mouse, bro.
Bro, you always fail. Haven't you had that mouse for like 3 months now?
Bro, I've had it for 3 months, bro. What are you talking
about? Before COVID, before you even got the laptop, you got your mouse?
I got it before COVID. Yo, I got the mouse before I got my new laptop. Yo, what's up, Fatal J?
Let the games begin. My boy Fatal J, AR Comics, Agu, Kevin. Yo, what's up? I'm looking choppy. My connection. This is where Biggie Shaq comes in and he's like, yo, yeah, 10p. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, you're right. I am.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Listen, I can hear you. Well, before Biggie Shaq says something, we got Perry Gang Gang, Fatal J, your little boy, and you could pass for twins, bro. Yo, that's what I heard. He was like, yo, I'm gonna come here live. I was like, yo, my man, it's TK and Mo, not Logan. Get out.
Wow.
Just joking. And speaking of Logan, he went upstairs. What up? He went upstairs real quick and bang.
Bro, let me see myself one more time, yo.
Don't do it, TK.
Yo, Mo's over here looking clean. I'm looking like Windows 96.
Nah, you look good. Guys, once again, you're joining. Well, TK, I don't know if you want to say or you want me to say we were supposed to go live Tuesday?
Yeah, we were supposed to go live Tuesday, and then my internet crashed, and then I was sad, and then I made it more dramatic by turning off all my lights and making believe I didn't have electricity either, and I was just there, just sad. TK got that favorite internet.
TK did message me. It's just I didn't understand the message because we were talking a few hours before everything. That the trees were dancing. I was in the yard like TK. I was in a yellow coat and hat. TK. I looked like the guy from Gilligan's Island, and he was like, "Yo, my power went out." I was like, "Yo, let's play this out." And he did message me and say to change the hour.
Yeah, I try to message you, but I guess it didn't make sense because when I reread it, I was like, "Oh man, this doesn't make sense." And I thought you got it, so it was just there going live.
I thought what I said was, hey, let's play it safe. Let's push it for Thursday because I had plans on Wednesday. I was going to be around. Let's push it for Thursday at 6. And I think what you meant to say was, I'm down for that. Go ahead and reschedule it. But I thought you meant sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And that was that.
And then I'm getting messages like, yo, I've been in your life for like an hour.
Yo, I don't know what happened, TK. I was in the living room and I was like, let me check. And then I see mad people talking in the chat. Comic book posters like, yo, it's been 90 minutes. I'm still waiting for my boys. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, man, it's insane. My connection, I don't know what happened. Like, yo, the news didn't say it was gonna be this devastating.
No.
I thought it was just gonna be like rain, because the way they described it is like we're gonna get touched, but only a little bit, since the hurricane was more to the east coast in the water,
Yup.
kind of. So I was just like, all right, so we're gonna get like the rain part and stuff like that. Yo, I was outside walking my dog and my dog went flying. I'm trying to
No,
grab him with
Rocky,
the leash.
no.
I'm like, chill. And then in my head, I'm like, wait, should I let him go? But then
No. And then he ends up in my yard.
in your pool.
I'm like, yo, look who I found. Rocky? All right. TK, you good? All right, I'll take him. Kevin, he says, I'm at work trying to figure out how to bring the world America's funny.
Yeah, man. Yo, so I saw him. He posted up on Instagram. He was on the set of AFV.
Oh,
America's
no lie.
Funniest Videos. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's
Oh,
amazing.
man.
That's cool. I wish I was there.
Yo,
You
what's
changed
up,
the
Simon?
set and using a virtual audience. Yeah, I guess that's like the game. I'm watching the Lakers versus
Speaking
Pistons. Who are they going against?
Speaking of virtual audience, have you seen any like I maybe there's not many fans out there, baseball fans, they're using virtual audience and it looks like a video game. So anytime somebody hits a home run and they show the stands, it's like a virtual audience and it looks like people like this.
Like the NBA.
Yo, it's so
I was watching the Lakers play and I'm like, who's that in the audience? And I see some like some other thing.
So in the NBA, they give you this website that you can watch the game and it's on the screen. That's you watching the game.
But you got to pay for it, right?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it because I know if I do it, then I'm gonna be tight if I don't see myself on TV.
Oh, if I do it, all it's gonna say is TK's Bat Cave.
Yo, you see the logos floating. The logos. For MLB, it's the camera that switches to like this virtual thing, and it's just like random fans. It's weird, but it's either that or the cardboard people. So it's whatever.
I'm trying to understand why I look bad. If I could hear you clearly and I can see your movements clearly, and you're just clear.
I you know what I think it is, TK? I think is you're gonna reset it. Oh
no, I don't know.
Was this a Maury moment? You know what I think? I think that when everything shut down, TK, you were supposed to reboot. Was your laptop on or did you shut it down?
My laptop was on.
I think you were like supposed to like reboot the. No, that wouldn't do anything with it.
Bro, look at me. Oh my god, I can't. I just can't do it. I can't. We got Ben Compton in the house, TK and Mo. Yeah, yep. What's up, Ben Compton?
Yo,
my
we got
daughter dropped
TK
her first video today. She killed it. Edit. What was that? Edit and Rad. Oh man. Ooh.
Yo.
Drop that link.
Drop it,
check
bro.
that out. Drop the link.
Yeah, yo.
All right. So before I keep focusing,
Don't look at it
on how I look. Maybe I gotta just move my laptop. Bang! Did it make a difference?
Nah, TK. You know what you gotta do? You gotta take that hat off, and then the internet will go right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then my hair, my afro will come up to here.
Do you want to, TK? Do you want to like? What is it that we normally do when somebody's like acting up? You guys take yourself out.
Pick them out. All right. So what I'm gonna do? I'll probably shut off my laptop and then shut it back. But I don't know if that's gonna work though.
So then I'm gonna be live for like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, just talking about baseball.
All right. How much time are you gonna do? Because I gotta like get ready for that. I could talk about the slabs that I've gotten. But
there you go. TK, wait, but I want to see it too. Damn.
Don't take it too long.
I'm gonna come right back.
Reboot everything. I'll hold it down, and we'll go from there. Right?
All right.
Yo, don't purposely take long because I know you do that, TK. He's gonna be on his phone like this.
All right, ready? I'm out. Peace.
All right. So TK, guys, real quick. TK, he's gonna be back. This is Mo from Deuce Talking Comics. This is our 31st or 30th. I think this is our 30th pop culture episode, which is crazy because it was the second week of quarantine that we started this pop culture thing, and it's been 30 episodes, so that's like pretty cool. For those of you that are just wondering, where's TK? He got hit hard with the storm the day before, and his power lines were out. So that's why we had to reschedule from Tuesday to today. And even today, we were kind of like iffy about it because the internet has been cutting on and off. I'm out in Long Island. He's in Queens and Long Island. The lights were flickering and it was like cutting off here and there, but it wasn't as bad. So what TK is going to do right now, he's going to go ahead and reboot his whole system because as you guys saw, it was all pixely and everything. So in the meantime, I'm trying to like hold it down. Mo, do Starting Comics. Thanks for those who've been subscribing to my YouTube channel and to Instagram. If you guys haven't done so yet, subscribe to TK, and his Instagram too. So what I'm going to talk about right now, I'm kind of new to this, and maybe you guys can kind of recommend how to go about it. I've never had my own slab. I've never sent out any comic books to get graded, none of that. So I've been going to like auctions. I've gone to Metaphorical's auction. I think Burke, he had an auction a few days ago. I'm always jumping on and off little auctions, and I actually picked up a few slabs. The slabs that I picked up was one of my favorite comics, which I actually do have a regular non-slab, not pressed, not clean. I'm learning all about that. I'm learning about the pressing, the cleaning, the grading. That's all new to me. So I actually bought one. I took a picture of it, and it's I don't have it with me. It's the Wolverine 1982 #1 first cover, that's actually like my birth date, and it's a 9.2. I picked that one up, so that's my official first slab. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, I actually took a picture of the slab with the Wolverine pops, and I actually like tagged Discovery Base, so it's also on his page. The other one that I picked up was an Umbrella Academy, a 9.8, their first ever appearance. TK, he's back. TK, don't be just standing there. That's actually my second slab that I picked up. So for those of you that are watching, if you guys have any like cool slabs or whatever, especially like the Walking Dead ones, if you guys can like hit me up, because I'm searching for the #1 of the Walking Dead, but I went on eBay and the price is crazy. I'm #1 and number 100. So TK, you're back.
Bro, it's not working out. I sense the negative energy surrounding me.
This.
The negative internet connection.
It's crazy, TK? When I saw you backstage, you were clear. And then you went up. Okay.
It's whatever.
Somebody said they need some acknowledgement. Oh, it's Chaos. Chaos is in the house. He says, I need some. Real quick. What's up, Chaos and Comics? And he also wants to say, yes, drop that link. We'll definitely support your daughter. Go Dodgers. Chaos.
Negative.
My prediction is going to be Yankees versus Dodgers 2020 World Series.
2024.
If it continues that way. Show books.
What you got, Mo? Did you show your books already?
No, I was killing time talking about the first slabs that I picked up, which I posted on Instagram, TK. The
Wolverine?
The Wolverine 1982. Which
82.
Yeah, 82. Remember you were like, a while back, you were like, post your birth date.
Oh yeah.
I was like, it's this one. I went to an auction, I found one, and I found it at to me is a great price. And I was like, this is the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. I got it at 9.2, which to me, that's pretty dope. And I have one, TK. Oh, it cleared up. And then it went away.
Nah, it's because I stay still, probably. Maybe if I just stay still and just have my mouth move, it would work.
Let's see. Chaos is like, tell us your origin story. I think I already have a video out there that show us how to mix a drink. Oh, I should have done that, TK, while he was rebooting.
Bruh.
What did you get? I got Duke.
Son of a.
This is why I like Chaos and Comics. It's the humor. It's just hilarious. I really need some acknowledgement. I just acknowledged. TK is on me about always being slow with the thing. Storms, LOL. It's 100 degrees at midnight here. Where's Chaos from, TK?
Vegas, I think.
Oh. All right, we're up to date. TK, update. What do you think?
About what?
Even though it's messy, I think we should keep going, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I mean, even though you look good and I look bad, I guess we should keep going.
It's come full circle, TK. Remember my first live?
What do you want to talk about? Did you read your comics? Mo?
I read Batman number 96. I read Death Metal. This is long. Death Metal Dark Knights number 1. And I was about to read but I got busy. I was gonna read Empire number 4, but I'm gonna leave that for later. What did you read? And I read
Same
X-Factor.
thing. So yeah, I read the Dark Knights Death Metal Legends of the Dark Knight one shot. And that wait, I forgot I got bad surf. Oh my god. Anyways, so I read that. Can you hear me? Good? Oh, I'm going out.
What do you think, TK? Like it's up to you, bro. You want to try to push this or
I can't I don't know how you hear me, if you can hear me correctly.
Bro, I hear you. That's the weird part. I can hear you clearly. It's just you're breaking.
Maybe if I do this, maybe if I
have an idea.
I had the time of my life. Oh,
yo, I have an idea, TK.
I'm trying to see how I could put myself as just a picture.
Oh, you're talking about the
Can I just
when somebody leaves?
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I could.
That would be dope.
That's not it.
Guys, how do you do that?
Nope, that's not it.
Is it that? So you see back screen?
Oh,
Not
wait,
back
right
screen.
here. I think I got it. Is it green screen? No, it's not green screen. I don't know what I'm doing.
You actually look a little better now, TK.
Don't lie to me, Mo.
No, I'm saying it's weird because it's coming on and off. Oh, and he froze. You were like this.
Oh, Jesus. Maybe if I... Nope, that's not going to work.
Guys, for those of you that do StreamYard, my bad. What is that option that if TK wants us, you can still hear him, but he wants not to be...
Oh, stop camera?
There it is,
Aha!
TK.
Wow. Thank you, chat, for helping us. Thank you.
So Chaos says... I will get on and save this show, but I like seeing you guys struggle. Now we're good. Good.
Mo, so what do you want to start off with? The Batman, the Joker War Part 2, issue number 96. Let me see if I could remember what happened up in here. Harley Quinn is talking about Punchline, giving those little jabs, which was pretty funny. That's what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And the Joker's rich, and he has like that whole Dark Knight Rises thing going on, that he's using the automobiles of Batman.
Yo, TK, real quick, just an idea. Do you want to like use your phone?
My phone?
To go live?
I mean, would that make it better? I don't know if that makes it better. And I don't have Streamlabs Yard in my phone. Why? You can't hear me now?
No, I can hear you clearly. So
what? The pressure is just because I'm a picture and you're not?
No. Perry's like, part 2 any good? TK's like, use your phone. We're good though. We're good. I think what we could do, we'll rock the show because now I can hear you clearly. So do you want to start with Batman 96 or what do you think?
Yeah. Batman number 96.
96. Guys, we're back. Yes. We figured it out. That's how we do. Queens in the house. Hey.
All right.
Go ahead, TK. Talk to me about the
So what did you think about it? I thought it was an okay issue. The Joker War Part 2. I think I just love the part where Harley Quinn is just talking about Punchline a lot, and she's just like throwing jabs at her.
It was.
I don't know where they're gonna go from here. I don't know what Batman's gonna do. It's not a crazy story. Like it's not something I'm very intrigued in. Like I'm very like, oh my god, I wonder what's gonna happen. It's just like, all right, Joker took over. He's rich, and he's using the Batmobiles and the Bat vehicles and all of that. And that's about it.
You know why
Batman had a new costume, so
we know why we feel that way, TK. Because in the beginning, I think in that issue we saw like a future of Gotham, and you see like Bruce Wayne with that new tech suit. It looks cool. It was on the motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
That looks cool. You see Dr. Freeze with his kids. It kind of showed like a Gotham in the future with Batman taking care of it. It's kind of like all in control. But meanwhile, in present time, you got Joker who pretty much is running all of Gotham. It was a cool issue. You know why we feel that way, TK, about this comic book? Either so far it's still slow and they're building up to it, because it's another issue of Joker showing how much control he has of Gotham, especially since it's kind of messed up what he's doing with the theater.
Wow, that scene was crazy. I'm just that's intense. That gave me the chills. I was like, what's going on there?
And I'm trying to figure out, maybe TK, you can answer. I'm trying to figure out. He said these are all the people that you could have helped, but you couldn't, that were in the audience. Like these are people that were affected by Batman in some way, that maybe they had some problem and Batman wasn't there to save them. And like, who were those people?
I mean, probably Batman's failures, because not every superhero is gonna, and that's the part that I think that's the part a lot of writers can actually work on, like show the failures. I would be intrigued, like the Batman failed to save this person at one point, or like Superman failed to save this person at one point.
That would be dope, because that's kind of what Joker was saying. First of all, Joker is trying to really mess with Bruce Wayne. He took over the theater. The psychological warfare, always trying to push him. He took over the theater, and he's playing The Mask of Zorro, which is the same theater, the same movie that was playing when Bruce Wayne's, the whole origin of Bruce Wayne and his parents. He just mentioned like these people you couldn't save, and I'm wondering if maybe the writers can do like little mini tie-ins or little images. They don't even have to do a tie-in. They could show like maybe a few pages of how these people were affected by Batman. But also the other thing is that all of this even happened. Did any of this even happen?
Don't know.
Because isn't Batman still hallucinating?
Yeah, like that drug, whatever he got, the toxin of all toxins, and he's just all messed up, and Harley Quinn finds him. But I really think that the part with Mr. Freeze, or Mr. Zero, I feel like the two sons, like I was at first, I was like, what? When did he have two sons? And they answered, they're like, when did he have two sons and stuff like that. But I thought that was an okay touch to the story. I thought you can be like, all right, because the last thing I remember is that his wife went bad and turned on him and Batman, obviously.
Yes.
And she's crazy. So so I would like to see if that's true or not. And it goes into that whole perfect world of Batman and how he has it. And it was like, honestly, I look closer and I see that it looked like the Kingdom Come Batman, or the Kingdom Come Superman, kind of with the white
with the white hair.
And I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool. So seeing those things down, of course, I'm not saying there's a lot of weird moments with Alfred. Oh man, it's just bringing the Alfred into the whole aspect of the storyline, knowing that he's passed away, knowing that he's dead. And on top of that, we'd even touch on the whole either he's hearing the voice of Alfred in his head, or it's just him thinking, and his thought process is Alfred being in his head because of all the years they had together. That's insane.
So that's one thing that I'm happy you brought that up, because also, is he hearing this, or is he just bugging out? Is any of this even happening since he's poisoned? You know what I mean? So is he coming to the audience and he's beating up all these Joker thugs and everything, and then he goes to this movie theater, and now the audience, they're like infected with like this Joker toxin that makes them into like zombies, because they're all dead. And they're all coming after him. Is any of this real? So you asked me a question. You were like, I don't know what it is about the storyline that has me kind of like, okay, that was cool. Is it that since it's Batman, we kind of always know that he'll figure out a way to beat Joker? Is that what it is?
You know what's funny? It goes back to like me actually, because I bring up the whole, I picked up my first comic book and it was Luke Cage, right? But when I picked up that book, I had 6 other books. I had 5 other books. I got them from 25 cents. So while this was I knew about the Batman animated series and I knew about Batman 89.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and I was just like, but it was my first time reading comics. So I saw Luke Cage. I had Luke Cage. I had all these other superheroes. I think one was the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. I think it was the McFarlane Incredible Hulk one, and another. So when I was reading those, I was just like, all right, well, this guy has superpowers. This
Mhm.
guy has superpowers. So I can see how he can come back. And then I got up to Batman and I was
Mhm.
like, this guy doesn't have superpowers. I want to know how he's going to combat this, how he's going to overcome his obstacles and challenges. So, I mean, obviously, ultimately, we know that Batman, but I feel like that's how it is with all superhero books, unless it's a main event and somebody has to die and stuff like that. I don't think Joker War. I think Joker War is the main event for Batman himself, but I don't
Mhm.
think he's gonna fail in actually coming back and going against Joker.
Yeah. We need to see
But
in the storyline
I think
how.
I love the artwork.
No, it looks great. I think who's the guy who's drawing this comic? Does it
Jorge
say?
Jimenez.
I like the artwork.
Yeah, Jorge Jimenez.
We're just not sold yet on the storyline because it's still kind of in the beginning. Even issue 95 was more of a filler, but 96 was all right. Here's a little bit more of a filler. This is what the future of Gotham could look like, but currently this is what's going on with Joker, and we're kind of like, okay, let's see where it goes from there. I think the next issue is going to be a major issue, and that's the issue that we're going to be like, yo, this is dope, or yo, this is worth continuing to go on from there.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to say about this?
Nah, that's about it. I mean, I really like the issue. I really like the art. Obviously, Jorge Jimenez has been, he's been improving throughout his years, and his artwork is just crazy. And I love how he draws. I felt the same way. I'm not saying he draws like Greg Capullo, but when I saw Greg Capullo's art and the New 52 Batman in the beginning, I was just like, oh man, this definitely goes with the story. And that's how I feel about James Tynion and Jorge Jimenez. I feel like they're both doing good things, and I'm not trying to take away anything from this Batman book.
No.
The most important Batman book right now, the most important book for DC right now is going on with the Death Metal and the Dark Knight, Legends of the Dark Knight. So I guess those books are kind of outshining it just because those are major things that are happening, in the story arc itself. But I think this was a good book. I really like the Joker War, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Issue 96, TK, what would you rate it out of 5 stars?
I'll give it 4 stars.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 3.5.
Yeah,
I gave it 3. I gave 95 3 stars. I'm giving this 3.5 because the story is starting to pick up.
Yeah, and I just love the dark tone to it.
Yes.
It's like whenever you want to feel the dark tone of a superhero, go to Batman. That's it. That's how I feel most of the time. So, some superheroes do have their dark times and everything, but most of the times it's like, yo, Batman is the dark one, is the one that you got to go check out and see. But yeah. So for the next one, you read? Yeah. So the next one, we just get into Legends of the Dark Knight. There you go, the one shot.
We're gonna get into Legends of the Dark Knight. I just want you to put a side note to when we're done talking about it, because Chaos and Comics brought up 3 Jokers over Joker War. I want to
talk about that right now if you want.
Let's talk about that right now. So Chaos and Comics has 3 Jokers over Joker War. The only reason why I want to talk about that now before we go to Death Metal, where's the Joker War? I mean, I'm sorry, the 3 Jokers.
So he's been writing it for like 5 years.
And here's the thing. When did we get he said 5 years? When I was gonna ask you because I don't remember. When was that brought up? That was brought up during the button, right? When was that? Like 2 years ago?
It was during the button. It was actually, I think it was before the button when Batman was in the Mobius chair.
You're right. You're right. It was.
Right? I think it was right after the Darkseid Wars or the Darkseid War.
Yes, because Darkseid Wars happened. He ends up on the Mobius chair. He finds out about the 3 Jokers. That was like it's impossible.
Adios.
we got hyped up just for the idea of, oh, what is that all about? The only reason I want to bring it up, there is no Three Jokers storyline as of now. It's just something I was thinking about a few days ago that I got upset about, and I want you to give me your opinion.
Yeah,
I think the Three Jokers is either going to be really good or terrible.
I think Jeff Johns' work is acceptable. I think he did a great job at times, but he also did bad time. Not so good books. So it's like, I don't know if it's gonna be a hit or miss. I mean, this is a book. If you're gonna take so long, if you're gonna announce it and then take so long to have it done, listen, my peers are gonna read this and they better like it before I even put it out there. Like, if I had all this time to write this book, I'm gonna write it. And I'm gonna give it to every peer I have to read it and to make sure, like, yo, did you enjoy that? Does that make sense? Because this is not a book that I just announced last week that is coming out this week. This is a book that I announced a long time ago, and now it's coming up. And it's a big thing. And this is one of the books that are gonna go down in history because it's going through history or whatever it's going to be talking about. There's Three Jokers in it, so that already it has everybody intrigued and everybody wanting to know what's going on. But hopefully it's a good book. Hopefully it is. DC Black Label.
No, I agree, TK. For those of you that are just going, I'm helping TK with I think you could control the comments too, but I want to help you out, especially since the image is acting up. So that's why I'm like controlling the comments. I'm controlling the comments. And for those of you that are just popping in, TK is having a little bit of visual. How would you call it, TK? Visual
complexity? I don't know.
Yeah. Yo, we're still gonna do this show, so that's why you just see the logo. But we had the storm hit us a few days ago, so it's messing up with our internet. Even earlier today, everything kept flickering off, and I was like, oh man, I want to go live, bro.
I'm waiting for a package that was supposed to come in Monday. It said it was delivered. I go to the post office. They said they had no internet or telephone connection. So it's like, it's been hectic for me. I'm like, damn, yo, don't you know I'm a big time YouTuber? What the hell?
Nah, yeah, we're live on TK's Black Cave. I'm just helping out with the comments because I want to help and like flow with the show and everything while we talk about comments. So I want to just say what's up to ICT Vinny. He had put a few comments on there. What's up? We got Chaos and Comics, who's putting up a bunch of like comments here. That he gave Three Jokers 7 out of 5 stars. TK.
Wow.
and he can't wait for Three Penguins. The only reason why, because right now we just spoke about Batman 96, right, TK?
Yeah.
And the only reason why we're bringing up the Three Jokers is because Chaos Comics made a comment about it, and I remember a few days ago feeling a certain way about it, and I wanted to ask TK like his thoughts. Like, if something is being teased and it's been years, I think there's problems that are happening. They don't know what they want to do. Yeah. I'm down for the storyline. It's just for a Joker who's like Is it easy to say that he's the number one villain of DC, TK?
You could easily say he's the number one villain of all time. Nah, imagine.
I mean, like, well, yo, that's a good debate though. You know what I mean? Like,
no, of course, everybody has their favorites. So
yeah, but like for a villain that good, that important, and now you want to mess with his mythology and everything, that there's actually three Jokers, that got me excited because I was like, wait a minute. But the delays got me nervous. So it was like, yo, before we talk about Death Metal, let me ask TK what his thoughts on that. So I'm worried about the delay, but I'm down for it. I just hope it doesn't fall apart. Even though it's a dark label, isn't it like black? What is it called?
It's a DC Black Label. That's what it's gonna be.
So should we even take it serious? Because it's like an Elseworld, right?
It has to be taken serious. You cannot bring up the fact that Batman's on the Morbius chair and he figures this out in continuity and then say it's not part of the continuity or it's not anything related to the whole story. That wouldn't make sense. And then I'll have to call up DC right now and then let them know, like, yo, yeah, I'll give them the hand real quick.
Comics Misexplained. What's up, Comics Misexplained? Three Jokers was supposed to be the first Black Label book, but yeah, first mention was in Darkseid War. I always sometimes call it Darkseid, but I
always say Darkseid. Always Darkseid.
right? I could have sworn it was mentioned that way.
The dark
Now
side of the moon.
What, the Transformers movie?
Yeah.
Now I don't even think it connects to that. That's why, because there's been so many new storylines. It's like, so where is this going, or when is it coming out?
They're just gonna they're gonna have to do something because that was part of it. I mean, it would definitely suck if they don't have it in any continuity and it's just its own side story. It's like, bro, for people that don't know, for people that are just getting into comics, you're gonna have them read the Dark Side Wars, Batman on the Morbius chair, this going on, announce it, and then Jeff Johns. Let me ask you a question: has Jeff Johns written a book since after he became the whatever you call it, CEO of DC, or whatever, the president, whatever you call it?
Damn,
is this gonna be his first book back on? Is what I'm trying to say. Like I don't know if I've been reading any Jeff Johns books. I don't think so.
Good question, TK. I personally don't know. For those of you that are watching, if you guys do know, just comment below. Yeah, good question. I haven't. He hasn't done any Justice League, that's for sure. Did he do the Perpetua? How's it? Perpetua? That whole war with Justice League? He didn't.
Yeah, Perpetua.
Didn't he do that run?
Nah. Jeff Johns wasn't on that. I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Just, I mean, maybe if I knew how to do it, I would probably search, but I don't want to mess up anything because right now everything's running well.
yeah. That's why I don't want to do anything. Like I have all my tabs closed. The only thing that's open is StreamYard. I really just want it to work the way it's supposed to.
The sound is coming out perfectly. Chaos and Comics says watch for it in 2024. 3 Condiment Kings. Yikes. There it is.
Chaos, don't be a hater. True hater for real.
Comes out at the same time as Condiment King Wars, but not the same. Yo, what the fuck is he talking about? Visual dysfunction, like his what? Like his visual dysfunction, like his pee-pee. Yo, what's up, Cobra Viper 999? What's up? TK's in the house. He's just having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're rocking this show, right, TK?
Yeah, I'm down.
The comics was saying the artist has said it's not in continuity. TK, did you hear that? So should we even bother with this? Nah. Why would they do that though? Like, why would they tease that during that run?
They just couldn't figure it out. They couldn't figure it. You know what I hate is when they make announcements and they don't even have the book written out or anything. That's what I feel they do. I feel like,
yo, you know what would be cool if we talk about, like, I don't know, 3 Jokers out of nowhere and nobody noticed?
Well, did you write the story?
No, but it sounds cool.
Oh man.
So with Black Label, we know it's different, Perry. I was reading the Smile Killer, TK, right? Dope.
Yeah.
Dope
the big oversized DC Black Label.
To me, you know what's Black Label, TK? Remember Marvel Max? Is it Marvel Max?
Yeah, the Max storylines, like Punisher Max and all of that.
Yes. Remember you mentioned how you like Punisher. I think Black Label is like Marvel Max. It's like more hardcore. Okay, first of all, there's Marvel and there's the 616. Why do I want to say 616 Treyway? It has nothing to do with that. There's the Universe 616. Treyway. And then there's Ultimate Universe. People said the Ultimate Universe was like a bit more hardcore.
It was though. Marvel's Ultimate Universe was incredible. Like I was like, oh,
which by the way,
like it's nothing.
Which by the way, TK, please remind me, for we won't forget. We got to discuss Venom.
Wait, what Venom we talking about?
The one that had that thing at the end with somebody that's coming soon.
Oh God!
If you want to discuss it, but because that's technically the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
Okay. So Black Label was like Marvel Max. No, I'm sorry. There's Marvel 616, and then there's Ultimate. The Ultimate Universe was hardcore. So Black Label was like DC's Ultimate Universe, more hardcore.
Yeah, well, Black Label is just like the Vertigo line because that's what happened. DC took the Vertigo, and then now they made it into their own Black Label. That's what it seems like.
No, you're right. I forgot about Vertigo. Vertigo. Yep. Batman is like, whoa, chaos. Zazam.
Where yo, chaos, yo. If I could show myself on this video, yo.
You know, it's funny because I feel like I'm talking to you like behind a wall. TK, Comics Miss Explained said that he was writing Shazam.
Yeah, he was definitely writing Shazam from the New 52, which I didn't. I picked up every first issue. I read every first issue, but I didn't continue with him, and I should have because I heard good things about that Jeff John runs with Shazam. But other than that, I just haven't heard him, ever since. So
I didn't. Yes, Perry, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, he is doing Shazam. I didn't know. And Perry also said that it's awesome. I'm a big Shazam fan.
Shazam!
Shazam. Royal, I'm going to be passing by Royal Collectibles because there's this statue that I have in mind, a Shazam statue. I'm going to see if I can pick that up.
Bro, when you going? Hit me up. Let me know. I was there yesterday.
Oh, all right. I'm going to hit you up to see if we can meet up and maybe, we go live on Instagram.
Yo, we go live with my shitty internet.
No, bro, because we'll be using phone internet.
I'll be using the Wi-Fi. That's what I'll be using.
Chaos in Comics. Very active today on the comment. He says, Mobius share. Tomato. What's up with this guy? The best stories are out of continuity, which, by the way, TK, we will be discussing Deceased, correct?
Yeah. Deceased, Dead Planet.
That's another storyline that's out of continuity. Some people like it. Some people don't like it. But
I love it. I don't know. I don't know about anybody else. I think it's mad dope. Chaos, you certainly are correct with the continuity. The best stories are. I feel the same way when a writer or creator can take away the character and be like, hey, listen, this is just gonna be my own story on it, and this is how it goes. But I just don't like the mention of the three Jokers in a continuity aspect. Like
I agree.
I don't, because then it messes with my head. Then I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, where is he gonna pop out? What's he's been doing this whole time? All the questions we were asking ourselves right when we got the announcement that there's been three Jokers, and everybody was going on like, yo, it's before Infinite Crisis, Identity Crisis, all these crises, Final Crisis, all the Joker from every crisis, even Secret Crisis. Man.
That's why I had to bring it up, TK, before we went to Death Metal, because I want to get your opinion, because I was like tight a few days ago. I was like, yo, what the fuck? But now it's like not continuing. So it's like, you know what? I don't care, but I'm down to read it.
Bro,
Perry.
I just bought my dog a Thor toy, and he just ripped the whole thing apart from Petco.
What kind of toy, though? Like something that he can rip around and play, or an actual hammer that he can lift?
It was a hammer that he can lift. He was worthy, man. And then he ripped it apart. There goes me on here.
Oh my God. Perry's dropping
lyrics. Yo, Chaos, I swear. Chaos, I swear.
While Chaos is dropping his comments down, we got Perry dropping down these 6ix9ine fire lyrics. No, they're not fire.
What?
The lyrics of his new video. By the way, the video is fire. The lyrics are terrible.
You know why I like the video?
Tell me, because it's in.
Yes.
Tell him why you like it.
That's it, because it was on the Williamsburg Bridge. I got to see the project. That's where Jonas was at. I see Atlantic. I saw the models by my house, and I was like, oh man, this guy just came around my block. I didn't even know.
Yup. That's why we, like I said, I'm gonna remind everybody, yo, we know 6ix9ine is not the best lyricist out there, but he be dropping some fire tracks, and he's from Brooklyn, Bushwick, and Queens. Represent everybody. We want him to do his thing, even though he's a fucking rat. Anyway, yo, TK, read that.
I know. My favorite Robin is TK, the TK King.
Which we will be talking about that too,
TK
right?
King. Southern Comic. What's up, man? How you doing? I didn't want to go over it.
No. Yeah, did I put his up?
Yeah, you put his up, but you didn't say anything. So I see how you are, Mo.
Bam! Southern Comic. What's up, folks? We want to make sure we give everybody love. I'm helping TK with the comments while we rock this show, that's how we're celebrating episode 30.
My God. And it's episode 30? Yo, I really killed it now. Wow. Thank you for reminding me.
Nah, yo, it was either this, right? either we don't do the show and we postpone it again, or we say F it, let's do this.
Yeah, it would have been postponed because the guy's coming on Sunday because of all the things that have been happening and all the trees that fell down. People are calling in for technical support, so I have to wait until Sunday, 7:30 in the morning.
I was like, TK, let's just rock this out, because I'm trying to go live too on my channel. TK needs a new AOL disc. I remember those AOL.
Damn, remember that?
I do. Cobra Viper. I've not got the new Deceased yet. What issue is the new Deceased? TK.
Is it 3? It's
either 2 or 3.
2 or 3, right? I think it's 2. It's 2. I got it in my hands right now. I got the Book of Eli homage or Hamaji GG cover.
TK on that dial-up. Yo, it's all good, man. We're trying to figure this out. Like I like I said, I live in Long Island. TK's in Queens. I went upstate. I had to go through Queens, I believe. The amount of trees that I saw knocked down, I was shocked. I was
Bro,
like,
it was crazy. I passed by 2 blocks away from my house. There's a big ass tree on a new Ford Explorer.
Yes, I know certain people who sent me photos of their cars. Wow.
Oh man.
I know certain people. I hit you up on the side like that. I know. I was like, yo, their car got destroyed.
Damn.
Perry says maybe they're testing the waters, then later on we'll see something. So, TK, regarding what you said and regarding what Perry just said, you said, I don't like the fact that during continuity they mention it, but then we're hearing that it's not continuity because it's Black Label. Then Perry's like, maybe they're testing the waters to see if it's like continuity. Listen, it's either continuity or not. Don't make a big storyline and then be like, hey, there's 3 Jokers. But we're going to go Elseworld with that. That's why I was confused as to why is there such a big delay. But now they're saying, no, it's not continuity. So WTF, bro?
I mean, I guess that's what they do. They just like, they get an idea while writing a story. And they're like, yo, I could put this in here. But it doesn't have to be real. It doesn't have to be something that happens. Like, what was it? One of the Thor books, was it Donny Cates' new Thor run that he's working on, that they mentioned Secret Crisis?
Yes.
And everybody was like, yo, and not only that, on both parties, they were giving like hints of Marvel or hints of DC characters. Obviously, they had the whole Justice League at one point, which was awesome to see in a panel. It was just like, damn.
Which, by the way, just to add on to that, similar to what Perry just said, do you think there's 2 things, right, TK? Either they know something that we don't know that's coming in the future, or they would like to do that and that's testing the water. It would be nice to do that, but let's just put a little.
Well, how do we make the money? How do we split the money?
Yup.
Because if they're gonna do a storyline like that, comic books are not just. It can't be just comic books that they're gonna do it on. It has to be like. It has to be on the comic books, but they got to make sales and in like toys or something. They got to go more in depth to make that money. You got me? If they're going to split it. So it's probably not going to happen, but we never know. Anything could happen, huh?
Yeah. So, okay, let's fill the chat with our favorite death metal bands while they talk about death metal bands. Is death metal Poison or Motley Crue? That's not death metal. That's glamour rock. Yes. Oh wait, Southern Comic Geek said, TK, is your dog's name Hulk?
I wish. Instead his name is Rocky.
Which by the way, I saw Rocky 3 and 4.
The best ones. Well, 4, I think it was the best one.
4 was dope. That training montage.
Bro, that's how I work out like that every single day.
In the winter with logs?
Yeah. Through the snow.
Ooh.
And he does the Bruce Lee ab workout.
Yo, he was ripped. He said, Sylvester Stallone said that he got so ripped, his body fat percentage got so low that it affected his short-term memory loss. Damn. What?
Bro. And I'm over here thinking 25 push-ups is good for the night.
I haven't worked out since the first day of quarantine. What? Perry says, The lyrics are awesome. People need to stop comparing him to lyricists. He's an entertainer.
Oh
You know
man,
what
here we
I'm
go. We're going down the route of Drake.
No. I agree.
I agree. Exactly.
No.
Now, is Drake a rapper or is he an entertainer?
Drake is a rapper, lyricist, entertainer. I was gonna say TK. Tekashi is just an entertainer. Period.
Yeah.
Just
Nah,
an
it's
entertainer. Period. Wait, what I put here?
You just got to be careful in the streets.
Yo, he looks. Yo, did you see his security?
Yeah, he could have as much as security. JFK had a lot of security.
Oh, you're right. JFK. By the way, I just saw the whole season of Umbrella Academy. We could probably chat about that,
Bruh.
when we go live again on my channel.
I wish I did. I think I'm up to I'll tell you where I'm up to just to get a figure. Yo, Diego is hilarious in this. Like it's just the whole thing, how they clown him and stuff like that, and how they compared him to Batman. And he was like, Batman is here, Diego is down here, or something like that. Number 5. That was hilarious. That was pretty cool.
What episode are you on right now?
I think I'm up to like 7, 8.
So there's only 2 more episodes out of it. There's only 10 episodes. So next time we go live, as a matter of fact, when you're done, whether it's on my channel or your channel, let's talk about it, because I enjoyed it. I'm trying to decide if season 1 or 2 is better, but this season is deeper. But we could talk about it when you're up to date. Pope Cerebus the First. Did I say it right, TK? Pope Cerebus. He says, TK.
Yeah.
What up? ...
Yo, what up? Yo, what?
He bring the energy that no one else out here. He's running around New York right now making.
Bro, I bring the energy. Look at me, and I'm energetic. Just look at me.
TK brought the energy that he brought a tropical storm to Queens. 69 is about compromise, whether that's in bed or with the few. Oh, jeez. Southern Comic Book Geek says that this is issue 2, TK.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm gonna try to go through these comments, and then we're gonna talk about. We just talked about Batman 96, and we talked about our thoughts on the 3 Jokers.
Yeah,
Death metal is something that we need to get into because I enjoy that shit. Bro. They were all rat chaos, obituary, bloodbath, morbid angel. Oh, so he this is him with the death metal thing. So and I'm up to date. Perry says Drake is an entertainer, TK. TK, I don't think the Bloods got ex-Marines type. Yo, bro, we ain't talking no gang wars here, bro.
I'm pretty sure they got family members.
There were 2 deaths, though weren't there. Misexplained might have the info on that. Okay, all right. So TK, we're up to date with the comments. What you got, bro?
Bro, we're going into probably the book of the week for me, and it definitely is from what I'm reading right now.
I got you.
Yeah, thank you.
TK, get into it, bro.
Thank you. We have Deceased. Let me just look at it real quick. I don't want to skip anything because there's a lot of information that was said through here, and there was a lot of different stories. There's like 3 different stories on this, which was pretty cool.
You're talking about Deceased or death metal?
Oh, wait, we're talking about Deceased? Is that where we're going?
We could talk about whichever, bro, because I thought both of them were dope.
I'm going into death metal. I'm going into death metal.
That's dope. It's all good. I was like, Deceased is cool.
So it starts off, which is so weird. It starts off with the Alfreds looking down at him. The Alfred and the doctor, as the doctors, as doing the surgery to the Batman Who Laughs, which was killed by Wonder Woman, right? Is that to say? She actually, I guess, slayed him, but now
you're talking about the Batman Who Laughs, right?
Yeah.
Yes, she killed him. She kills
him, and now his body is being transferred. His brain is being, what's the word I'm looking for?
Transferred?
His brain transferred. Yeah, I guess transferred into the body.
The Batman Who Laughs brain is being transferred into the final Bruce Wayne, right?
Yes.
So I think we're watching before everything happened. Remember, because the last issue he kind of like showed up already. He became what's his name now? He became
The Darkest Night.
So I think this issue starts off what is going on while his brain is being trapped and while he's like kind of merging.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So it's crazy because it gives you if you haven't been reading Death Metals, if you don't know who the Batman Who Laughs is, it gives you sort of a gist of like what's going on, of who he is and what's his background and how he came up to be whoever he is, and how he went through what's his name, Barbados, and his story behind Barbados. He's actually telling you, the thing about this issue is that it was more of a real down to earth man telling you their story rather than this Batman Who Laughs that goes in riddles or speaks in riddles or doesn't get to the point or is talking like this and talking like that or doesn't say too much. Actually, in this one, he like stops all of that and he's telling you his story and how he came about and why he chose the path, I guess, and what happened. Because ultimately he goes down and you can tell he's either jealous or mad, which I feel, this is what I got from it, that he's mad that he's not Earth Zero Batman.
That's exactly what I got too.
That he's not Earth Zero Batman. Exactly. Like I felt like, oh man, he's hating on him because he's not Earth Zero. And the way he describes is that he's in and he says, hey man, we're all just reflections of the Earth Zero Batman.
Mm-hmm. So there was like a little saltiness, right?
Yeah, it was like, damn, dog, you feeling salty? And the Bruce Wayne that he got was the one that was, I guess this Bruce Wayne could be compared to Dr. Manhattan, right? So
they made it seem like that was
because he had the same origin of Dr. Manhattan, that Bruce like Wayne.
Alternate version of that Dr. Manhattan's origin, but instead of that dude, it's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he goes into the chamber. Batman Who Laughs has been watching him from the beginning. And then finally, when this Bruce Wayne creates that chamber that was created by, I forget his name in Watchmen. But
yeah, I do too.
Created by him. And then as soon as he went in, Batman Who Laughs was like, and then I turned it on. And then that's what happened to his body. It took months for him to reorganize his molecules to actually come about again as a physical form. And then before he even got into his power level, or before he starts noticing that he has different powers or he's exceeding it on all his limits, Batman Who Laughs kinds of immobilizes him.
Lobotomizes him.
Oh, lobotomizes him.
It's like the Batman Who Laughs knew that if this accident happens, he'll become like a Dr. Manhattan. So this dude knew. So he forced the accident. He forced it. He turned it on.
Yeah.
So I was like, how the fuck did he? Well, he is the Batman Who Laughs. And then when the accident happens, what you just mentioned, he took time to kind of like reform his body. Because remember in the Watchmen, he disappears.
Same way. Yeah.
And then as soon as he's like figuring himself out, my man lobotomizes him and takes his body.
Yeah, he takes his body, he saves it. And now the Batman Who Laughs, this is his other part of his plan. This is on a grand scale. This is the Joker on a grand scale. That's exactly what it is. This guy is not in Gotham City. He's not doing this from Gotham City and having his other plans. And it's happening. No, this guy succeeded. You guys got to understand, and this is something I realized, is that the Batman Who Laughs, to me right now, has killed more people than any other villain I know.
Oh, right now he's already past the Joker.
But I'm saying in all of history. I'm saying even Thanos. This guy, because this guy he did not eliminate just a half of the life form in that universe. He killed multiple universes, multiverses.
This was, wait a minute, you're talking about when he hooked up with Perpetua, right?
Yeah, but before that, when he was with Barbados, he was taking over. Remember, Batman Who Laughs took over his own universe, and it was by himself at the end. And he was like, yo, this is it. Until Barbados told him, hey, listen, there's more than one universe.
Because from what I remember, the Batman Who Laughs took over the world, that whole world, when he killed Joker, and he took over that world. That was
He
his
took
world. He
over
didn't know
that.
it was
You
the
know,
world.
he took over that complete universe.
He took over it when Barbados hit him up and was like, "Yo, by the way, there's a whole dark universe," and then he took over that whole. Oh
No.
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
What happened was is that Batman Who Laughs took over that world that he was in, that Earth, and then
Mhm.
after that he took over that universe. Now he thought that there was a limit. He thought that that was it, but then
Mhm.
come to find out, Barbados comes and tells him, "Hey, listen, there's multiverses, there's different universes," and then that's when Batman Who Laughs went on his trip and started taking all of these verses out, all these different Batmans from different universes out, and he started killing the whole universes until now he's up to our universe.
So what was his deal? So when he was doing all that, what was his deal with Perpetua? He was like, "Oh, wait a minute. Okay, no.
But this was all before Perpetua.
But then now with him Perpetua, he's like, "Yo, I took over all these universes. Me and you can work this out that we could take
Exactly.
apart."
He describes it. He describes a little bit of how his plan was being formulated while being with Perpetua. He knew that he needed her for a bit to actually succeed. And I'm telling you, this guy has it on a grand point because he's on top of that. He's like, listen, I had to hide the body of the Dr. Manhattan Bruce Wayne. I had to, even though I have the power levels, I still can't show my power level just because I'm not up to my maximum power. So at this moment, Perpetua can still somehow defeat me. Now I gotta wait it out just a little bit and then get there, and then that's how the end of the book happens. That's how he tells you this. Not the what he called himself, the Batman, or the
Dr. Bat. Dr. Bat.
It was so corny. I was reading it, and it was. I looked at the name, and I was like, "Oh my god!" But
Is he calling himself that, or is that what?
He called himself that in the beginning, or I guess he was just making a joke because he knew who the Dr. Manhattan was or whatever. And then he was like, "But I'm not that anymore. I'm not Batman Manhattan, or I'm not the Batman Who Laughs. I'm something more." And he keeps going and going. So that I think was a cool story. This whole book was just, I guess, like a recap, and then like going into like what's for the future, what's going on, or what's his ultimate plan. Because I feel like this was the most understandable book when it comes to like what is the agenda of the Batman Who Laughs? Where is he going with all of this? And I felt like he was more down to earth and said like, hey, listen, this is how I came about. This is what I've been doing. This is how I manipulated Barbados. This is how I'm manipulating Perpetua. And this is where I'm going from there. And now I'm becoming the Darkest Knight, which is like, which is insane. I couldn't believe it. And then that's not even the crazy story in this. That was just a power level story. That's like, oh Jesus, this guy has the power.
Because in this issue, we kind of got origins of certain
Characters,
people, right?
Because then
So-
we got the first appearance of that person.
So before you mentioned that, which by the way, I think we spoke about it yesterday, right? We're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Can I tell you one little thing that bothers me about the Batman Who Laughs?
Tell me.
The only thing that bothers me about Batman in general, which I get it, it's just comics. Let's keep it real. It's just comics, and then you do have people who they look into it too much. But it bothers me, but I don't look into it too much because it's comics. Batman always has a plan, right? He always knows that. The Batman Who Laughs seems to always be 10 steps ahead. So he knew that he had the final Bruce Wayne. He knew that Wonder Woman might kill him, which will initiate Plan B. Was it called?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that kind of like bothers me. It's like, oh, he always has these plans ahead. So is that kind of like a cop out?
But I mean, that's the part of being Batman. That's the Batman part of it. It's the Batman part. You get me? It's like this guy thought. That's why I said this is these characters in a grand scheme. Like this is he's doing this, and he's taking over multiverses, universes, and he's using that Batman 10 steps ahead kind of deal. And you know that's the way they describe it. It's like, yo, this guy, he planned out everything from Perpetua. He planned out from Perpetua having Lex Luthor as her sidekick or as her second hand, knowing that was gonna happen. This guy's he's on another level of like, Jesus, man. This guy is prepared for everything. He sounds familiar. And you know who he sounds like? He sounds like Batman. But
exactly
it's evil. Yeah, and that's how I see it. Like I see it like I mean, it makes sense. This guy's the Batman who laughs. Now, the other part is that the Joker part. And the Joker part is that all craziness of destroying and chaos and everything like that. And I can see that as well. That's why I think it's a cool mix. I just think he's a hard character to actually defeat.
My thing that's the thing, and that's the thing that bothers me a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, Batman, he's got the plan, because when there's a problem, he figures out a plan and the backup plan. The only thing that bothers me is that it kind of sounds sometimes like the Batman who laughs can see into the future. You know, how did he know that Lex Luthor and Perpetua were gonna join forces? Oh, since I know that's gonna happen.
Well, he said he orchestrated it. It was like more of an orchestration that he did.
So there were times that he was behind the scenes and he kind of moved certain things for that to happen.
Yeah, that's what he said. I moved certain pieces. Like, that's what it made it sound like, that I moved certain pieces knowing that they will fall into place right where it needs to be.
Okay.
That's what he tried to describe. But to move that, we also get the Bruce Wayne, the kid Bruce Wayne.
Are you talking about the baby?
I'm talking about Robin King. Robin King.
So before you go with that, I just want to say this regarding the Batman Who Laughs, MVP the last few years, and I feel that they were using him a bit too much. But recently with this origin story thing, it kind of was a more refreshing way of like seeing him in a way. So it's kind of like, okay, I get it now. Because remember, we were worried about, they're using him too much. But now that we see the whole origin of him, Barbados, Perpetua, Dr. Manhattan, it's like, okay, this is new. Let's see where they go with that. So I am open with that. I just hope it continues being positive and not like he's played out.
We need a big hardcover book that has all of these stories inside. And it'll be perfect. It would be like it could be called like the Age of the Batman Who Laughs or some shit like that, and be like, yo, remember when this happened and this event and this guy came about and this Bruce Wayne? But
so what you got with Baby Batman?
Let's jump into the whole Alfred, because Alfred, oh man, it's just sad seeing Alfred in these Batman books. And it's not even like we get to see Batman having the psychological problem, being infected by the toxin. And then the number one person that pops in his head and is talking to him is Alfred. It's
and that's when I'm reading. I'm like, this is me, TK. When I'm reading that part, I'm always like, oh.
Yeah, I'm like, oh. And then we get this demon baby.
So I was confused about that. So maybe you could like go into detail with that, because I saw that and I was like, what the hell did I just read? I had to reread it. That's another thing.
So these are events that, of course, happened before. This whole book is kind of what happened before. This is him telling you the story of how he came about and how all these characters that are coming out occurred. So this was a Bruce Wayne that was evil as a baby. I don't know what was going on. He was just born like that. And again, it could be that Batman Who Laughs infected him or something like that. We don't know yet.
So TK, real quick, before you continue, maybe this can help me out and help you out. So while you explain these origins, remember how they said the positive and the negative, they will express the light and the dark. Are these characters from the negative, the dark
multiverse?
So these are all Bruce Waynes that are just fucking evil.
No. I don't think it's like that. I don't think every character is from the dark multiverse.
So this one shot is not that. I thought that was what it was. It was like showing us these. I'm not
too sure because I don't know. It could be, but I don't think the dark multiverse was filled with thousands and millions of universes, and now it's coming into our verse. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. Okay. I don't know where they're going there, but I just feel like it's just a different multiverse, and then this Bruce Wayne was like this. So we get this badass Bruce Wayne that's a kid. Now this kid is just, he's ruthless. This you thought Damian Wayne was bad? This is evil in its body, evil in its kid.
So this is kid Bruce Wayne, right? Not baby Bruce Wayne.
It started off with baby Bruce Wayne.
Oh, wait a minute.
Remember,
So
it starts off, the first picture in the panel is the baby Bruce Wayne in the crib with diapers on, smacking the shit out of Alfred.
because there was two baby Bruce Waynes in this one shot. Remember the one that he's so young that he can't stand up and he's in the back cave and he's trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
That was so there was two. So that was that one, and now this is the one that we were talking about yesterday. That they show him as a baby, and then you go from there.
So
Remember?
they show him as a baby. Then but the baby grows up in the panel.
This one grows up. The
Yeah,
other one
to a
didn't grow
kid.
up.
No, he turns into a kid.
The other one stood as a baby and he can't even get up, and he's like, I'm gonna figure this out. That's why I was like confused. I said, oh, they showed two origins of babies. One stood in the back cave as a baby, and then this one is the I'm not gonna reveal until you finish explaining. Because I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm looking through the artwork right now. It's just some of the artwork was a little but yeah, so this kid, he kills his parents in Alley. This Bruce Wayne kills his own parents, and he's evil. He's pure evil. Now, what I thought automatically, like off the back, I was like, yo, who would win in a fight? Bruce Wayne baby, this Bruce Wayne baby, or Damian Wayne?
I mean,
But
is Damian
he kills-
Wayne?
he kills Jim Gordon.
How did he kill Jim Gordon? I'm trying to remember.
It's an arrow right through his jugular.
Oh, he knocked on the door to talk to Alfred, right?
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I gotta tell
be
you
like,
something."
yo, I saw. Is it true about the kid? Bro, this is intense stuff. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, Jesus.
Even
don't-
as you're looking at it,
I
TK,
haven't picked up a Marvel book like this in a long time.
even as you're reading it, you see the evil eyes in the kid, right?
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, he has all those evil intentions. And it's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, Alfred. You took care of me up till now. Die. And you're like, damn, what got into you? But yeah. So the thing is, and Perry hit up on this. He's like, why is he named the Robin King? And I don't know if that has to do with maybe the Batman Who Laughs was already about and already had his influence on this Bruce Wayne.
Mhm.
And since there was a Batman already, he becomes Robin. But I'm not too sure. Maybe they'll explain more in depth about that.
Because that's definitely a character that we want to. If the Batman Who Laughs has become this popular, we're interested in the Robin King.
Yeah.
You have the comic in your hand, right?
Yeah.
Unless I'm bugging out, isn't there a baby that gets stuck in a bat cave?
You're bugging out because I don't see that.
Oh my god. Then maybe I don't know what. Not at all in that comic at all.
Nah, man. Not from what I see. Maybe the chat could. I don't know where you're getting your information from, but
DK, I could have swore, bro.
I only saw a baby that grew up to a kid, and then the kid becomes Robin King.
All right, then you know what? Forget what I said. Unless I find it, I could have sworn it was the baby that turns into the Robin King. Then there was one that was like an evil baby that he gets stuck in the back cave. He can't walk, he can't move, and he's like determined to like get out of where he is. But that was the origin of the Robin King, right?
Yep.
What are your thoughts on the Robin King, bro?
I mean, I don't know where it's gonna go from there. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do with this character, but I'm interested. It's like I can't fault them too much, and I can't be like, yo, that's stupid until they complete the story. Once they complete the story, and I'm like, all right, I got the whole story. I have everything. Was he a dumb character? Was he necessary? Was he anything interesting? And that's when I'll give my answer. But until now, I think it's more about questioning the Batman Who Laughs. And I feel like since the Batman Who Laughs came about, we've all been questioning him every single issue, every single time. Like, what is he doing? How is he doing this? what's his plan? He's going through up now. He's going up the ranks. Like, how is Batman Who Laughs either compared to Barbados or Perpetua? Oh, now he's manipulating them. He's going. He's getting there. And don't drop the mic, Mo. Don't drop.
Yo,
the mic.
I'm thinking like you can't see it.
And then and then it goes up to like now the Robin King. And before this issue, they already knew each other. You get me? The Batman Who Laughs in the issue previous, it ends with him telling the Robin King, right? Or telling the Robin, like, hey, listen. Yeah.
Yes.
So again, this goes back to how the origins and how they form. That's why I think the Batman Who Laughs was already influence in this little Bruce Wayne's life already, and that's why he's called the Robin King and not the Batman King or the Bat King or whatever, because the Batman Who Laughs was already there, present into his universe. But I don't know yet. I don't know if after he becomes the Robin King, that's when he meets Batman Who Laughs, or what's going on there. But I think he already had a heavily, he's been heavily influenced by the Batman Who Laughs. But yeah,
for sure. We officially got the origin of the Robin King, which by the way was dope. Samuel David, hello everyone. He says arrow through the neck. I was like, damn, when I saw that. And yeah, it's true regarding he's always one step ahead. Wasn't there other origins in that storyline too, TK? Wasn't there the one of the
T-Rex?
The T-Rex, the car? Yo, I'm bugging out, man. I could have sworn there was another baby, bro. This is bothering me, TK.
We can chat. Miss something, chat. I don't know what he's talking about. Another baby locked in the cave and he couldn't stand up because he's baby.
I just remember, and I'm going to just say this one more time, and I'm not going to bring it up anymore. I could have sworn there was another origin story of a baby in the Batcave. How did the baby get in the Batcave? I don't know. And he was trying to stand up, but he was still like a baby, whatever. He's like talking to himself, like, oh, I can do this because I'm the Batman. I'm the Bruce. There was also another one that a Bruce Wayne or Damian Wayne becomes Gotham. Like Gotham itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Right? There was one. So there's one story that there's an old Bruce Wayne talking to Damian Wayne, who's Batman, and he sacrifices him. And he uses that sacrifice to create Gotham. It's in there somewhere.
Man, I think I'm flipping through the wrong pages.
Yeah, so look for the one that you see Bruce Wayne, and he's taking Damian Wayne's blood, and he does like a sacrifice of someone that he loves to create Gotham. Some weird shit like that.
Yeah. That was at the end. That was towards the end part.
Okay. So maybe there is no
and their sacrifice, and they believe the greater the love of the sacrifice, the more their God would reward them. At the very blood of those sacrifices soaked in the land, bringing them closer to it, making them part of it, making them part of Gotham itself.
You sound like this wrestler.
I'm trying to see the baby one because I think I missed. Oh yeah, you see, it was in the baby
right?
one. Yeah, it was in the back because I read it online.
Oh, I knew it. I was like,
I read it online and it didn't show me a couple of these pages.
Please, TK, like confirm that it's there because I thought
it's the last 2 pages. I don't know how I passed this real quick. Hold on, let me read it. It's actually 2 pages. When my blood
read it. Fuck it.
My mind fell. Cyberface. Stuck in the cave. Just such an eventually. I have years of experience behind me now.
I knew I wasn't bugging out, y'all.
The Batman of 2 lives.
So while TK's reading it, somebody put in the comments, hasn't popped out. I just looked at it through my phone. That there's one that they shows the origin of the car. There's one that they show the origin of the T-Rex. There's one that they show the origin of Gotham that was created through Damian Wayne's blood. They showed the Robin King's origin. And then there was this one that they was like a baby that was like stuck in the Batcave who was just born. I don't even know why he's there. And they just show him like trying to like crawl back up to become Bruce Wayne or something. And I thought I was bugging out, but TK just found it. What do you see there, TK?
Wow. So you can already tell he's important. Obviously, everybody else is important, but this guy, this little man, I shall become. All right. So the baby goes in. I'm gonna read a couple of the quotes in the back. Very well. Such a like that might leave. Let me pass that. But I'm not the Batman, not the Dark Knight, not the Guardian of the Gotham of Gotham, not the nighttime nemesis of the Joker, Penguin, Face, Scarecrow, all the rest. Not when I have my ultimate weapon. The end.
Ooh, who is that?
I don't know, man. He's about to grow up to be.
Mm-hmm. Who is that? But
Is he Thomas Elliott? He has blonde hair.
Yo, I did not think about that. Is he Hush?
Is he gonna be Hush, Thomas Elliott?
Oh, maybe that. Can we call it now that maybe Hush, Thomas Elliott, is a weapon that can be used against the Batman Who Laughs?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's very complex to like. You gotta stay on top of everything. I guess all these one shots have to be assigned, and you have to read them.
Yeah.
So I read it online. So I my internet again. My internet. You see, my service messing me up, loading every page. And I guess that I read up to that point. I read up to the dinosaur one. I didn't even go into the whole Gotham City one that he becomes Gotham City, and the other one with the baby.
Because I read mine online too, because I couldn't pick up because yesterday I was out, but then Tuesday the crazy ass storm. So, what do you think is the best origin story right now? Out of all those origins, you also got the one
right now. The best one right now.
The best. Who? Not the best one, but which one do you think will have a bigger impact to this whole Bat-Hattan, Death Metal, Justice League, this whole storyline? Which one will have more impact?
I think Bat-Hattan. I think
well, yeah.
Or whatever he wants, the Darkest Night. I think he's gonna have a crazy impact. The Robin King. I mean, obviously, the Batman Who Laughs looked at him and said, "You know, you're next on the line, or whatever, or you're gonna be something big." But I feel like it all goes down to what this guy's doing, because obviously he's orchestrating, or he's been. This is very outplanned, very thoughtful, and he's just like, "Yo, I have all the pieces. I'm doing everything, and I want to see more of the good side now."
Yes.
We got the Batman Who Laughs. We got all these bad, beings coming about. I want to know what they're gonna do to counterpart all of this, because this is insane. This is crazy. Batman Who Laughs. Like, if you're a Batman, or maybe if Batmans come together and, like, I don't know, surviving Batmans or Bruce Wayne's come together and they're like, "Yo, listen, he's us. What would we do?" Now times that by whatever the fuck, because it's the Joker in him as well. So it's like, it's you know what's weird? It's crazy to see that there was no surviving Joker.
That's true. And none. Well, yeah, you're right. There's not one. Yeah. And none of the origins that we just read.
Like, you could possibly bring in the 3 Jokers right now. And be like, "Yo, we got the Earth Zero Joker," and introduce, do other random Jokers.
Or maybe Joker doesn't exist in these alternate universes because
there's pictures of the Joker dead in these universes. And it's like not one Joker survived, not one, actually came about. Like, I don't know.
Maybe because didn't we all know? Isn't Batman's fear, and they mentioned this in the comic book too. Batman's fear is Joker pushing him to the point of no return, that he will be, if he was to kill Joker, which he says, he's making it clear that he always thinks about it and is tempted to do it, but he can't, because it'll turn him into something that he doesn't want to be. Maybe in all these universes is got to that point that this is the Batman, the evil Batman, that if Joker was to push him to that, he was created. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
I think what the Batman Who Laughs did was focus on each and every Joker in every multiverse and kill them first, knowing how chaotic they can be. And I think from there, that's when he killed the Batman. And he kills everybody else. He makes his own army of Batman. You get to see the splash page of like Batman, Bane, and all these other Batmans and how they came about. But I feel like now that I think of it, like the 3 Jokers thing with the whole Morbius chair, I think it can actually work. Like I can see them saying like, hey, listen, the Morbius chair not only gave the information of this universe and this multiverse, but it gave the information of what's in the dark multiverse. And in that dark multiverse, there's 2 more Jokers that exist. That would have been crazy. And then we're like, what? And now we got these 3 Jokers there. I mean, that's just me spitballing, but I guess that could have happened because then we have our Joker plus another 2 from a different universe in the dark multiverse or whatever.
But that would also make sense because we don't want Joker's mythology to be changed. That at the end of the day, Joker's just a regular dude. He has no powers. All right, yeah, he's crazy and he's smart also, but we don't want it that he's immortal. We don't want it that he's this ancient.
I want him to be immortal.
But wouldn't that like kill his mythology?
I know. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the thing about Batman is he doesn't have powers. The thing about Joker, he doesn't have powers, but he's so insane that you cannot make sense of anything that he's trying to do, to the point that it has Batman, the greatest detective, off balance with everything that he does. Joker keeps messing with him. Batman's always at the point of wanting to kill him, but he can't, and Joker knows that. He's always going to put him to the point of like, yo, you're going to have to kill me. And if you do, you won't be the same. I want it to be that way. I don't want it that, oh, he's an ancient being, like it. Remember it? That he's just always around every like 20 years or whatever. Don't mess with that mythology. But if it's what you're saying is true, that it's just
like Jeepers Creepers too.
What was that?
Jeepers Creepers as well. I think it's like every 27 years he comes back, no matter if he's dead.
Yeah,
and I don't want Jeepers Creepers in the comics. He was actually an Aztec god or something like that, or something.
Is that what it is with Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah. It goes back. Yeah, it goes back. So they came out with comic books that tell us his origin story and all of that. But yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy. Right? It's a crazy trip. This issue, this one shot, just brought in a bunch of characters, and it's like, what the hell? This guy is on point. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Damn.
My sister, she got me this.
That's awesome.
I don't like this one.
Why?
Captain Marvel. No, I'm just joking. I meant this one like Captain Marvel. There it is. TK rated from 5 stars.
The
Death Metal.
Oh.
No. Death Metal.
5 stars. 5 stars for me.
I got it 5 stars too.
5 stars for me. I mean, these are the stories that gets me. The 6 stories, the stories that we do not want. I don't know. The story that the general public wouldn't agree with is the type of stories that I like. The real nitty gritty. Like, yo, what if this kid is evil? Okay, yeah, that's okay. That's fine. And he grows up and he's an evil dude. He robs things. No, what if this kid is so evil he punctures a cop in the neck with an arrow, destroys his jugular, kills him on the spot, kills his parents in front of the crime alley, which is crazy. Which is, I couldn't believe it. I was like, yo, this guy is Batman, Bruce Wayne, and his whole origin, his whole being of Batman, becoming Batman, happened in that crime alley, in crime alley itself. And then to tell me that he's the one to take his mother and his father's lives, and the killer, Jester, what was his name? I forgot his name. Killer Joe
Frost?
No, not Joe Frost. I think that's like Killer Frost or something. Just Joe Chill. Joey Chill. There you go.
Joe Chill. He frames him.
Yeah.
He frames him. What up, Two Gun Pedro?
Two Gun. I got no picture quality up in here. All right, but let's move on. I don't want to dwell on the Legends of the Dark Knight, but it was good.
One little thing.
Okay. All right. I see you.
It's
hey, don't tickle me there.
I'm talking to your logo. It's like, so the Batman Who Laughs took the pearls of Martha Wayne and created his dark multiverse. Did you remember that part? The pearls.
Yeah. He grabs all the pearls and it becomes like different multiverses and stuff like that. It's
Now,
such a crazy connection. It's insane. I'm telling you, this story is gonna go down if they complete it and it actually comes out good. Like comes out if it finishes in a good way. Because right now, the beginning of the whole Batman Who Laughs, from the Doomsday Clock, from before that, Batman in the Morbius shit, to after, what came after Doomsday Clock, to Death Metal. That right? Death Metal. Dark
after
Knight's Death Metal coming out.
it wasn't the perpetual storyline.
No, the perpetual storyline was happening during Death Metals, and then it came into the Justice League storyline, right?
Okay.
And then
I believe so.
from there. But if they complete this and it's a complete grand story, and it ends in a very well written story, like a very well written conclusion, then this is definitely one of those books that I'll be like, yo, man, remember that time? 15 years from now, I'm gonna be like, Mo, you think that's crazy? You guys don't know crazy. Remember when we had that Bruce Wayne?
Remember Robin King, bro? Yo, remember when Bruce Wayne was Dr. Manhattan? So
Bro.
we're gonna go to, you want to go next to the next issue. The thing that you mentioned before that I kind of want to say also, TK, I agree with what you're saying. A lot of people are 50-50 with the whole Death Metal thing, because it could either be really good or just go out of left field. A lot of people were the same thing with Deceased and everything. The whole thing is like, I respect great storylines, I really do, but also I like these Elseworld, because it's kind of like you can kind of push
To the limit. You could push it past the limit, actually.
Yeah, like
You can
that's
do
why I'm a
crazy
huge,
things.
yeah, I'm a huge fan of Old Man Logan, and that's why I'm a fan of the next comic book you're gonna talk about, Deceased, because that storyline is crazy as fuck. That was
Bro,
your cue.
like, dude, so just to go back to the Old Man Logan, like so many crazy things happened there. Like I did not expect, and I was like, I remember you putting me on that, and I was like, Old Man Logan, what am I gonna read here? Old Man Logan, and in my head, all I'm thinking about is Wolverine in Japan. That's all I'm thinking about. About to start reading this.
I was like, TK, yo, the heroes, there was one night, yo, all the villains got together, TK, all of them. And then you find out that they outnumber them by 20. For every hero, there's 20 villains. That's how they made it sound.
Which made sense. Spider-Man, how many villains does he have? He has the Sinister Six, the big guys. Then it breaks down into all these other characters. This is it. They can outnumber it. That's why I was like, I
didn't put it that way.
Man. But bro, when they hit you with the intense moment about Thor was one of the last ones standing, taking out hundreds at a time. I was like, bro.
Which, by the way, TK, we still haven't seen that, but we play it in our mind of what that looks like. And that's
Mark Miller needs to go back. Mark Miller needs to go back to the time it began. And
but we can picture it.
What superheroes? I mean, do we want to know? I mean, kind of. I want to know what superheroes ran to the caves.
I want to know who ran out of fear. I want to see Thor, who was the last hero battling. Mind you, he was killing hundreds of villains. I want to see that. And since we haven't seen it, me and you, TK, we visualized it. And we're like, that's amazing, until he ended up falling. That's extreme, though, right? But it's entertaining to think about, and it's fun to think about. And it kind of is similar to Deceased, right?
Yeah. So going into the Deceased Dead Planet, it's like this in an Elseworld book. We got, not only do we got the A players, but the A players are being taken out. That's it. They're taken out. Because if you take out one A player, that A player has the power to take out another A player. We're talking about Wonder Woman. We're talking about Superman that had to fight. Your boy is like, bro, I got about, because I'll take out. He probably knew. He was like, I'll take out all of you. I'll take out all of you if you don't go. So he went up. We got Flash. We got all these Justice League members. Then it breaks down to the B players, the C players, the D list, all these villains and superheroes that you don't hear about. And oh man, definitely in this book, it goes back to the whole anti-life equation, and they're just figuring out again that there's a cure. Cyborg is like, listen, there's a cure, because he's just ahead. Yeah, he reminded me of Freddy versus Jason when Freddy's head is off. He's like walk. Yeah, like walk. But yeah, man, it's it's an intense story, and on top of that, we get to see Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne. Now, this is something that I gotta tell Jonas, because Jonas always said Damian Wayne would be the best Batman, and I'm like, no, Dick Grayson would be the next Batman.
I
Dick
agree.
Yeah, I know you would. Everybody, oh my God, it's the son of Bruce Wayne. It's blood. Yeah, mira. Come on. But
Yes and no. It's I guess like we'll go like talk about that like some other day, but
Yeah.
it's more than that. Maybe
Yeah.
that should be a debate. Go.
yeah, definitely. I'm just used to Dick Grayson. That's the thing. I'm used to him being around
yeah.
since the beginning, since everything. So he's the first, and he was the first one to take up the mantle after Nightfall. Well, after Azrael, I think, right, or something like that. I forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get to see Damian Wayne as Batman, and he confronts, or he has a conversation with Red Hood. And then Red Hood's like, "Oh, you're Batman now," or something like that. And then Damian asks him, which was one of the best moments. I don't know why little moments like this in comics get to me.
Because it's good writing.
It's good, yo. He's like, "Is that okay with you? I want to make sure that's okay with you." That's out of respect, bro. He knew Damian Wayne's the youngest Robin there ever been. He knew he would need permission, or it would be respectful of him to have the permission of Tim Drake, Jason Todd, or Dick Grayson.
Yep.
And that's one of the main key things I get out of this book as well. I focus on the little things that, not only the big things matter, but the little words, the little conversations between characters are extreme. Now, if I want to focus on something extreme in the comic book, I'd be like, yo, Plastic Man.
Wait, you just mentioned Plastic Man, right?
Yes.
Yo, tell me that. I was like, oh shit.
I knew it was bad. Off the bat, because a lot of people underestimate Plastic Man and don't know anything. But Plastic Man is one of my favorite characters in DC. The only bad thing is that they made him seem like not a pedophile, or not a pedophile, but like I don't know,
like a perv.
Yeah, like a perv, which I didn't like. I didn't like that part of it. So it's like it gets to me when I say like, yo, he's one of my favorite characters, Plastic Man, because not only does he have the power of Mr. Fantastic in the sense of being elastic or Elastic Man, but he can actually transform into anything. He has the power to transform into anything. Reed Richards obviously is more intelligent.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest misconceptions of Plastic Man. Everybody thinks Plastic Man is Mr. Fantastic. Like, no, he's not. He can transform into anything. They get him confused with the other. What's it called?
Elongated Man.
That's the one they're getting confused. He's
the purple
more
suit. Yeah, he has like the purple suit on, I think.
He's more similar to Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, without the intelligence. Don't get me wrong. Mr. Fantastic is the smartest man in Marvel. But yeah, you got Plastic Man, because I remember an issue where Plastic Man, he's in a house and Batman walks in.
Mm-hmm.
And Batman, being the world's greatest detective, it's just funny the way they put it. Batman's like, Plastic Man, I know you're like the couch or something. And he's like, how the hell do you know? And it was just a funny moment. But yeah, Plastic Man being so like his superpower, he's like, I was gonna say an Omega level superhero just because I'm thinking Omega level mutants, but it's just like this guy's underestimated, and you can see why. And they brought it out. You're like, yo, don't underestimate Plastic Man. And they knew it. The characters knew it in the comics. They were like, no, that's not blood, that's Plastic Man. And then they all just got.
I think the only. So before we continue on this issue, once again, here's a group of heroes trying to go to the next step regarding this whole deceased thing. So they're like, yo, Swamp Thing is like, yo, we got to go to this area over here. There's people that are alive in it. There's some heroes in there. All right, let's get this group of people. They get like 6 guys. And once again, in another deceased issue, out of 5 of them, only 2 survive. They get killed. Same thing with, is it Red Arrow?
Yeah.
In the beginning of the issue, he's saving this little girl and then my man just gets caught right there, just like that. That's the
Blasted.
crazy part.
Blasted. Yo, there's no holding back. This is it. This is, yo, I have powers. What can my power do to you? The full potential. Like, what if I wanted to kill you? That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. It's like, yo, even C player characters have the power to kill whatever they want, have the power to do whatever. Like, just because they don't use it like that, just because in continuity DC Comics they're not using the powers to that potential, just because, you know, they don't want to kill people off, or they don't want to, you know, have them seem like that. This is an Elseworld book. This is a book that you can be like, yo, I could capitalize, or I could, you know, very, very much show you what this power level consists of and what I can do with it. So it's like, yeah, you get that scene. You get, you know, we got that Constantine again. Constantine been a major player. He's been a major player in a lot of issues. We got the dark Justice League. We got the movie itself, the animated movie, and now in the season. And this guy's, the magic is coming. The magic is coming. So we have Zatanna, which also caught the hands.
Yo, all of them did. The only people that survived was Constantine and Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
And they made it into that place. Justin Rican and his comics, what's up? Passing by, showing some love. He wants to know where TK at.
Unfortunately, my boy. Unfortunately, I have bad connection with my visual effects.
Yeah, the storm is messing up with everybody's internet connection. So he's got good sound, but visually it's messing up with the service. So that's why it's not me just talking to the logo, but the logo is talking back. So we got Luis Ramirez 504. What's up, bro? Cobra Viper says a 5-star. Okay, that's her rating, 5-star. Hola. Yo, TK, Samuel David, and Cobra Viper, they also say, I think they're talking about Death Metal, The Dark Knights. They say a 5 for sure, or maybe they're talking about Deceased.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't. I'm not biased. My favorite character is Batman. I guess I could be biased at points, because it's just like my favorite character is Batman, whatever is revolving around him. And then you got the Batman Who Laughs coming out and is doing all of this. It's just some things that I just haven't seen in comics in a long time. Or it's just, it takes an Elseworld book to do. You get me? Not a continuity. But going back to this one, it's crazy. We also find out there's a second garden.
That's the one that Swamp Thing was like that. There's people stuck in there, and there's also other heroes that are stuck in there. It's in the other side of Earth or something. He's like, yo, we gotta go there now. Because there's 2 gardens. There's the one that Poison Ivy and somebody else that they have people in there. And then there's one that Swamp Thing was mentioning. So I guess they went in there to save people. But your boy Plastic Man was like, nah, bro. Yeah.
Right now, I just opened up the book and I'm looking at the scene of Plastic Man and Blue Devil. He goes, the blood mode is shifting. And then the chimpanzee, you know, that's becoming the world's greatest detective. Like they're giving him that title, but then we all know Batman. Anyways, he's like, no, it's Plastic Man, and then clang clang, yo, he goes into Zatanna. He goes into Blue Devil. He's destroying everybody.
That's the crazy part, TK, about the seas that has me interested, is that no one's safe. No one's safe.
You're not, especially like what you would have to do is go to the computer, see every super villain or superhero, and be like, what can we encounter out there? Mm-hmm. If we encounter I was gonna say Black Adam. If we encounter Black Adam too. If we encounter Plastic Man, how do we go about taking him out?
Mm-hmm. Which TK? That's true. How do you take him out, but not kill him? Because remember, Cyborg said,
"Bro, I don't care. That would have erased that would have been out of my memory. I would have been like, I don't care about your anti-life equation cure. If this guy's coming at me."
They're kind of hesitant on everything, because look at Black Canary. She's still floating around with Oliver Queen, and he's infected. Yeah. She's like, you don't want him here? I'm out.
She's like, I don't care. I'll help him.
Yeah. And he's like, ah.
Which is so weird because everything's in Cyborg, but how do we take it out of Cyborg? Like they haven't been working on Cyborg. I would have been dissecting Cyborg.
Who would be the one to dissect and work on Cyborg? There's no
Dr.
Batman.
Fate.
But
Well, in a majestic way. Well, we need internet, so I mean, we need technological points. So I guess Lex Luthor. Have we seen Lex Luthor?
where is Lex Luthor? He didn't die when was he the one that stood behind when Lois
Yeah, I
Lane
think
had
he stood behind with Harley Quinn. Was he behind there with Harley Quinn? Or
I know the
and,
Suicide Squad was there.
the
Lois
shark?
Lane died? No, Lois Lane didn't die because she's the president of that other planet.
yeah,
I think Lex
I'm not
Luthor got
sure.
yeah, maybe he's floating around alive, or maybe he was
yeah,
one of
Blue
the-
Beetle.
Yeah, yeah.
Blue Beetle could work on that because
So
they're,
maybe-
they're both kind of like cyborgs, or not cyborg, but
Oh, I
Blue
know, I know
Beetle
what you're
just has
saying.
the technology. Yeah,
Yeah, they
or
had
get
that-
Brainiac.
So you're gonna come and say that maybe it's Lex Luthor, Brainiac, that might need to come and save the world.
Possibly. Brainiac's always been the most apocalyptic person to come besides Darkseid. So if
My
we
name
get
is
Brainiac to come save the world, or at least his sixth generation grandson or whatever from the young Teen Titans or Young Justice.
Could be that. My name is Brainiac, and I'm here to save the world, but I'm gonna destroy Krypton.
Oh god.
Two Gun Pedro wants to know. I want to know who finally took down Thor in.
Yo, that's what we want to know.
From what they say was no one took him down, but that he was because he was killing hundreds of villains at a time. and he kinda, like,
Exhausted.
he wore out. He kind of like already like through battle fighting all these villains. It is just a visual that I need to see. I need to see that visual of him and who was the group that took him down, right?
I'm scared. I'm scared because Old Man Logan and the death of Old Man Logan, and all these books were really good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Old Man Logan's one of my favorite. Mark Miller. It goes down with World War Hulk. It goes down with all of those, those crazy things that happen. And possibly with Thor right now with Donny Cates is probably going to go down as one of the greatest as well. If we get to really see a good outcome of No, which is Mo, who would win, Bat Hatton or No?
So we brought this up, I think yesterday when we were
Texting, yeah, I think we texted each other. I hit you up and I was like, "Yo, who'd win?"
So pretty much, I don't even want to call him that, Bat Hatton, but it is that. Bat Hatton is pretty much a god. What kind of god is? He's pretty much like almost like a celestial type being.
Oh, wait,
And then we saw an article.
Night. We could call him the Darkest Night. There you go.
The Darkest Night. The Darkest Night. And then you have Null, who was confirmed a few days ago to be so powerful that he's up to celestial being type of cosmic power. I gotta go. I'm leaning toward Bat Hatton. I'm leaning toward him. That dude can change time. He can dust you in molecules. You saw what he did. He changed the New 52. He created the New 52. He changed the timeline out of 10 years. Can Null do that? No.
But No is considered the most powerful Marvel villain, though.
But we still don't have proof of what that is. All we keep hearing is he's so strong. He's considered like celestial style power. What was that? Okay, great. We need to see that in action. We've seen enough of Manhattan of what he can do to the point that he almost affected Superman's whole timeline, just him by himself. Bars.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen what No can do, and hopefully, hopefully they really take it there. They really go to the power levels that we need them to go there. And I definitely, I'm interested in how Venom and all of these characters are gonna come about to take him on, and go from there and see what's gonna happen.
You want to hear my prediction?
Well,
This is from what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that Dylan, Eddie Brock's son.
son. Yeah.
He's gonna be the major player. I was talking earlier while you were trying to reboot about how I've been in auctions, And so far, his first appearance, besides Knowles, Villain's first appearance is going up in value. So a lot
Yeah,
of people,
it's been going up. Yeah, I think it's Venom number 3 or Venom number something. I forgot. I have that whole thing. Yeah, it's
So-
there. I mean, what he is gonna supposedly he's playing a big part, but
Yes.
you can't. It's not that simple though. It
can't be.
I wouldn't accept that. Hey, listen, Venom's son Dylan is in communication with No. They have this corresponding, communication line where No can get into his head, and Dylan has this Venom. No, this is beyond that. This is okay. Yeah, that's fine, but you definitely gotta upgrade this character or Venom or the Avengers or something to go against one of the most powerful or the most powerful villain. And because that's why I don't like when they make statements like that. That's why I try to stay away from that. I do want to know their power levels, but I don't like when they because I go back memory lane and I'm like, well, if he's the most powerful villain, let's go back and see who's been out there, who's crazy. So what we have, let's say we have the Phoenix, for example. Is he more powerful than the Phoenix? If he's more powerful than the Phoenix, that makes sense. Is he more powerful than the Sentry? Is he more powerful than all of these combinations? Is he more powerful than Thor's uncle? What was his name? I forgot his name. The crazy wizard.
The serpent.
Yeah, the serpent. Yeah. From
Fear Itself.
what storyline was that? From Fear Itself.
Fear Itself. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like he has to be more powerful than all of them. Correct.
Mhm.
If he's being labeled as that. So it's just like, oh man, I don't like when they make statements like that, but I hopefully they make great storytelling. Not that just because Donny Cates has been doing a tremendous job. So it's like I'm liking what he's doing, I'm liking where he's going with his books. It's just to make a bold statement of a character being the most powerful villain. It's like, yo, do you understand what villain came about before him? What Galactus can do, what all of these Celestials, what the Black Winter, if he's not connected, if the Black Winter is not connected to No, how is No more powerful than Thor with cosmic power and the power of his father, and then with Galactus feeding on 5 planets to become the ultimate Galactus? It's like, yo, make that connection. That's one thing we spoke about a lot of times. Like, yo, that has to go down. It has to go down. There has to be a connection between the Black Winter and No, because if not, they better come up with some crazy power level like scenarios that make sure that we can automatically off the back be like, yo, No is stronger than the Black Winter if they're not connected.
You know what is the best comparison of what you just said, but the MCU version of that? So they're hyping up Null as being the most powerful Marvel villain, or they're hyping up Null as Celestial type, but we have no proof of that as of yet. It reminds me of when they were hyping up Captain Marvel as the strongest Avenger. Mind you, we've had 10 to 11 years of story for us to kind of figure out who we think is the strongest Avenger, which is either Thor or the Hulk. So we kind of decide on that. But hey, no, Captain Marvel's the strongest. He's going to be the new leader of the Avengers. Then that's why we were like, what is that all about? It's kind of similar to that, right? Like, hey, Noah's coming. And, oh, by the way, he's the strongest villain. Oh, okay. So now what?
Yeah, definitely. That's how I see it. That's how I always see things like that. If I ever hear a statement as in like, hey, this character is the most powerful character there is, or this character is the most, I always go down memory lane and I'm like, all right, so he must have done something more superior, crazier than what this person did before him, or these characters. I mean, I don't know yet, because on top of that, what I forgot what storyline, if the chat can let us know that they were talking about No, and I think it was in Venom, and then that the only person to defeat him was Thor. And I don't know if he had that Necro sword or that sword everybody's talking about. I don't know. There's some sword out there, but Thor did defeat him. I think it was like 3 million years before, or 3,000 years before. So
is that
was already stated.
Is that that's not it? Is that the same sword that he used to beat but he
Yeah.
had this sword that could kill Celestials, and he used it to kill Apocalypse.
Yeah, I don't. It could be a relationship there. I just don't know.
I wonder if that's
Could be. I know it's called like a necro sword or something like that. I don't know. I would look it up, but my internet, you feel me?
No, yeah.
Imagine I just go to Google and that's it.
Common Poser wants to know, TK, if you're in the witness protection program.
Yeah. The
Nah, Poser, he's having a little bit of technical issues, so that's why you don't see him right now. But we'll get
Speaking
straight
of
out.
Comic Poser, he does have that thing going on, which is pretty cool. What is it? So we're gonna argue about certain topics and or debate about it. We're gonna have a debate about certain topics. So that I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing what topic I get. I don't care. You know what I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to a topic that I don't agree, but I can debate well and actually win. You get me?
What if in the first round he has us together?
Wow. I'll be like, Mo, we're on.
Oh shit! I wonder who we're facing first. Dude, talking comics versus TK's Batcave. Who is? And it's gonna be Batman's moral code.
Oh, the fight to the century. The fight.
Yo, why doesn't Mo and TK do the pop culture live show? Yo, you saw that game show? Yo, they went at it. They haven't talked in years.
That would be hilarious.
Regarding that game show, I think it's cool. Comic Book Poser is gonna have 16 of guys that have YouTube channels that are into comic books, and I guess they're gonna give us like a topic, and it's gonna be a topic with certain questions, and we go at it, and it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun the way he described it, especially if you guys haven't seen the video to the preview of this. It's on his YouTube channel, Comic Book Poser, and I think it's gonna be fun, TK. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm looking down for it. Again, I just want to see if I could get a topic that I don't agree with, but I'm on their side. I have to be on their side, so I'll just be like,
yeah.
You get me? Like, let me see if I could turn the tables. And then at the end of the whole debate and argument and stuff like that, after I win, if I win, at the end, I'm like, yeah, I don't agree with it. I didn't like that as much either.
Like, what? Or what if we run into each other in the championship round?
Damn.
The winner gets a new router.
Oh god, that would be funny. But oh yeah, so Mo, I don't know if I told you, I kept telling a lot of people, and I was on a couple of people's lives. I was on Jabroni's live yesterday. Yesterday, Comic Jabroni.
Yes.
And I was telling him what I'm actually gonna start doing. So what I'm doing is just picking up Batman comics.
Okay.
So that's exactly what I'm doing. So I'm reading all my comic books online, right? So I'm not gonna stop reading books or anything like that, or Marvel or any of the DC storylines or whatever. But I'm gonna just pick up comic physical copies, and then whatever I don't pick up, because what I do want is like omnibus or hardcover storylines. I found out and I realized I was in my bed and I was like, yo, I don't really care for first appearances unless it's a first appearance of the Silver Age Batman, Rogue Gallery. If it's not that, then I really don't care about, I don't know, Dylan, the first appearance of Dylan's Venom. It's just not up to me. And I feel like I'm more intrigued by the stories. So I told everybody, like, it's my way of saying, like, I'm gonna stop collecting comics. The only ones I'm collecting is, anything that does with Batman, which is Batman Adventures Continue or Batman Detective Comics, and whatever story that I'm on right now, I'm gonna finish and then I'm gonna stop from there. And then in the future, I'll pick up their hardcover or their trade paperback,
read it entirely, right?
and have the whole entirety. Because on top of that, it takes up space in my house. The boxes of comics and stuff like that, and I don't like that look of having so many boxes around my house. And just for me, it's different. Again, this is for me, and it's what I'm saying. It's just like I'll be changing in that, and just hopefully I get to like storylines. What I'm focused on is the Batman story arcs at first. So right now, I just bought the whole Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo Batman Omnibus, which has all the new 52, Batman stories, from the Court of Owls to the Death of a Family, all those other stories, Year Zero Year, or whatever. And I'm gonna just collect it like that. And then I have main events in Marvel, starting with, I think, Secret Wars is the first main event. I'm not too sure. Going into other other ones. But yeah, so chat. That's all I wanted to say about that because that's where I'm going with it.
There you go, bro. There you go. So TK,
Where's
you
your
going?
slab at, dog? You haven't showed anything, y'all. I'm out.
Where's my what?
Your slabs. I thought you were gonna show something.
So I have it upstairs. What I'll do is next time we go live, I'll show.
When it's on your channel, right? You bring goods on your channel.
Try to get some content, bro.
I see her.
Show you my only 2 slabs, which I brought them auctions, but those were 2 that I really wanted. The third one that I want, TK,
Walking
and I've
Dead.
been doing research, and I'm not getting it because I didn't think it was gonna be that expensive.
How much is it? Like in the thousands? What thousand?
Yeah, yo, I've seen it's the first issue of The Walking Dead, #1, like a 9.8, and I see it like at 2,500. I was like, damn, I ain't dropping that type of money. No way. And I'm also searching for the.
I mean, you gotta realize.
No, yeah.
At 2,500, 2,000 right now.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta think about like, yeah, that's a lot of money to put down right now.
Yeah.
Is it gonna always go up in value though? And I feel like The Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman's Walking Dead, it's gonna go up.
It's gonna go up, especially now that he's doing so many different things with the storyline. Like the Walking Dead comic book, the main storyline is over, but he's also planning on doing side stories with the comic book. With the TV show, the Walking Dead TV show, he has no plans to finish that show anytime soon. And he has multiple spin-offs, which, by the way, they're doing well. So it's like, I think it's gonna go up in value. I just can't see myself throwing out money like that, right? It's not throwing out. That's not the right way of saying it. It's just that's serious money, and it's something that I just want in my hand, like that.
Yeah, of course.
So it's again,
I totally understand you. It's hard. It's hard. I understand. I'm like, damn, yo, like I got these 2 books behind me, the Batman 171 and the other, and I'm just like, that was a lot of money to put down. But is that what I wanted? That is ultimately, yo, to wake up and to walk by a Walkman #1. I mean Walkman. You look at me thinking about Walkmans because of my connection. Anyways, about The Walking Dead #1. Imagine that being on your wall.
Ooh.
You having it, bro. Like right now, and I could pick up a 100. I don't know. 100s are not that bad to find.
100s are not bad. That's another one that I had my eye on. Somebody actually DM me, and they have a 9.8, pretty good price, and I'm tempted. You know, it's just like I'm like,
I mean, that would go. You know what that would look good for? That would look good with the Negan crazy book that came out like 2 weeks ago. That's like crazy for some reason. Yes. But you have that book, so it would make sense to, if you would to ever like put them in a display, have them next to each other or whatever.
True.
But
true.
But yeah, I mean those are the only books I'll focus on. Is honestly, after getting the Batman Who Laughs first appearance, 9.8, the only ones I care about are the Silver Age Batman books. Those are like the first appearance of Clayface, the first appearance of Man-Bat. Well, I got Man-Bat, but all those DC, those are the only books I really care about. Other than that, it's just like I love story arcs. I have all these books that I want to sell. I just don't know how to sell them. I never sold a book. I have all these books and I don't really care for them the way I care for my Batman books. So why have them? There's somebody else out there that might appreciate it way more than I do. Yeah, I was all about the whole I got that book, but like I really don't appreciate it the way I appreciate these Batman books. So it's like I'm gonna see if I could flip my collection to getting more of my Batman books. I'll sell my books and then get my Batman books if I can.
Are you gonna be live on an auction one of these days?
Bro, that's the only thing I don't want to do.
But yo, that'll get those comic books sold though, especially if you have
but can you imagine me in an auction? I'll get so bored. I'll be like, yo, I'll be mad talkative probably. I think I'll be talking a lot. Like,
you'd be like, yo, why you think this is a low price though? I'm selling it for $1, but this is the first time Wonder Woman wore these jeans or something. I don't know.
$50 Bennett. Yo, TK, speaking of comic books, I'm making a plan on possibly it's either going to be a video or stream, because I think it would makes more sense stream. I have a box of comics that I've collected for years, and I feel like I don't even remember what I have in there.
Yo, that's good. Don't look.
No, I've been to so many auctions that I know there's certain comics that have been out for that I have.
And you bought an auction.
I didn't even buy them from the auction. I've had them. They're like Venom #1 Lethal Protect. I was like, wait a minute, I have that cover. This and that. I have that cover. You know,
that's one of the ones I have. I have 3 Lethal Protection. I have 3 of those and the whole story arc. And it's like, yo, those are cool. Somebody might be a big Venom fan and would want those.
Yeah. So I think maybe one of these days, one of the plans, Comments with Sling says, good point, comic poser. Wait a minute, Takashi? I think it would be cool to maybe like show off like my comic book collection and show what I have. I also ordered some comic book long boxes, but they're like a little bit smarter. I mean, smarter. What is that?
Whoa, where's Chaos? Smarter.
Shorter and longer.
Oh, Chaos is here.
Smarter. I'm thinking of maybe just organizing my stuff, but also maybe that's a chance for me to go through them and show everybody what I have, because it's like, yo, I got
go through it. I would love to not like I've done that recently. I went through a whole box and I'm like, damn, I didn't know I have this. And I'm luckily I was a collector that completes things, so I have complete story arcs, whether whoever it is. Like the whole Batman Hush, I have all of that, obviously, like the whole storyline up to date. And it's just like, I like having the whole complete story. The thing is, I'm the type of man that won't go into my comic book box and take them out individually to read each comic book to complete a story. I'm just not like that. I'd rather have it in a big hard cover or a big story arc and just have it. I like more having it as in like, yo, I have Secret Invasion. The story arc in a book, rather than being like, yeah, I have it in comic book form. Let me look through it, and then going through the covers and shit, and then figuring out who is the first one. Do you remember who is the first one that was unraveled, or I guess
Secret Invasion?
Secret Invasion? How they found out? Yeah,
it was Elektra.
There you go, my man, yo.
Because that was the comic. Remember the comic when I got back into comic books. I got into Old Man Logan issue #1, and at that time, Secret Invasion was about to start, and the first issue was that one.
So I went Elektra on the chair, on the bed, or on the medical bed, or whatever. Yeah.
And I remember I had to go from Secret Invasion backwards to get caught up into comic book storylines. So I remember it because it was like she was like lying down. I was like,
yeah, she looked so ugly.
Ooh,
she looked like a scroll.
Because she was a scroll. But yeah, probably I'll do that.
Yeah, man. Go through it. Let me see. Show us what it's about. And it's crazy because we hit like the 2-hour mark. I think we're 2 hours and 7 minutes. And there's so much pop culture news that came out and like TV shows and everything. I guess we're gonna just have to wait until maybe you can go live soon.
Yeah,
I'm leaving. What's today? Thursday? Oh no, I'm leaving tomorrow.
Thursday.
So go live tomorrow morning.
At what time, bro?
A las 10 de la mañana.
What time are you leaving tomorrow?
Or like around 3, probably, possibly.
Maybe. Maybe like we'll figure it out.
It has to be a part 1 and part 2 of the pop culture live show, because all we did was cover. We went in depth with these comic books that came out, but these other comic books you have to go in depth,
No, yeah, and plus I gotta read Empire too.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta read Empire. I fell off. The issue before wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Between the Kree and but it's just like I'm not into it right now. I don't
think nothing major has happened for us to be.
Yeah, what are we talking about? The Hulkling? Well, is that what we're talking about nowadays? The Hulkling?
He's like a chosen prince. I'm not. Listen.
Shows these nuts.
Either maybe I'm reading too many comics and I'm not giving it its due, but I'm not sold on it just yet. But I'm gonna continue reading because that's Marvel's major storyline. I'm actually, when we're done with this, I'm gonna read it and I'll see what it is. Or maybe whenever we go live again, maybe we'll chat about that.
Yeah.
But so far, but I'm not gonna stop reading it though.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe we do go live tomorrow at 1 or 2 o'clock. Maybe be like an hour show. Be like, all right, TK, before you leave.
Yo, Mo, I got good connection. Let's go.
Yo,
You
we
can
go.
see me now. Psych.
But I think we spoke. Oh, yo, we should just finish the show with you on there for the final few minutes.
Looking all retarded and slow and shit.
Intergalactic TK.
Oh God.
We spoke about Batman number 96. TK gave it 4 stars. I gave it 3.5. We talked about Death Metal Dark Knights number 1. We both gave it 5 stars. We talked about Deceased. You didn't give it a rating. What's your rating?
Oh, Deceased. I give it a solid 4 stars, 4.5. I think just because I don't know, man. It's just plastic, man. It's coming out of nowhere. All these kills and all these, slaying from these B-level superheroes, C-level superheroes, or villains. It's just like seeing them shine for a bit. I know to have these characters shine, you would have to demote all the other characters and like not have them shine. The A player list. You get me? So it's like to see, just that moment when I forgot what issue it was with Mirror Master.
Oh, yo, yeah,
bro, that was intense. I can't believe nobody's like going crazy over it. I freaking loved it. I remember reading that and I was like, yo, it gave me the DBGBs or the goosebumps or whatever you want to call it.
Who was it that he killed? It wasn't Bane.
I don't know. I think was it a little girl in the bus or something?
He took a kid and then
like, get over here.
And then he took that weird jack-o'-lantern looking thing, wild thing, something like that.
Wild thing.
Uh-oh.
I have the Wild Things coming with the Carnage and in front. Remember that?
I remember that one. Yeah.
Wild Things.
I also have Wildcats. Was it Image? Remember that? The Wildcat, and they had their own cartoon.
Wildcats.
They had their own cartoon too. I think it was on CBS or NBC back in the day. Wildcats, Wildcats, oh Wildcats. CD's coming out soon, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, real quick, I didn't say what's up. Superhero review. He said, "What's up? What's up, bro? Hey, hey." Perry said,
"Hola."
TK would rather what?
Have it hard. Hey,
whoa,
yo.
Whoa.
What else?
All right,
man. I think I'm out. I think this became a podcast. This became a podcast for me.
It did.
So yeah.
All right. So are we wrapping it up? We got any else we want to talk about?
There's a lot of things I could hit. Like we could deviate from whatever comics or whatever. Let me see.
What you got?
You guys ready for this?
What you got, TK? Uh-oh.
Y'all ready for this? Oh, you heard about the Ninja Turtles?
The only thing I've heard about the Ninja Turtles is that there's like a female turtle.
Nah, but I'm talking about not in comics. I'm talking about live action. I'm talking about Seth Rogen confirms that he's producing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle film. He adds that the idea of kind of owning in on that element is really exciting to us.
Okay, I'm down for that. I know the last 2 movies was Michael Bay, right?
Did you guys not like that film? I thought it was okay.
I didn't have a problem with them.
I
thought they were just. I went to the movie theaters, had some popcorn, I just sat back and had fun just watching them. You know what I mean?
Like they were just fun movies. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big Teenage Mutant. I used to watch, I saw the movies. I just never got into the books, which I wanted to. But other than that, I thought it was all right. I thought it was cool.
I thought it was cool. Yes, they look different, but I thought it made sense the way they looked. I grew up watching the cartoons. I had all the toys. I had the turtle van and everything.
Look at you with toys. You still got your toys?
I had the slime and the
slime. Yeah.
The little ooze used to come in a little plastic can, and it had a little turtle in the bottom that used to glow. Man, I just sit back and watch it. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was cool. I think if it's gonna be rebooted by Seth Rogen, all right, let's see what he can do with it. I'm down.
Is he a Turtles fan?
I guess
I'm
so.
guessing. I'm guessing now he's a turtle fan. I guess if you're producing a movie or a superhero or comic book related film,
Mhm.
then I guess you become automatically a fan because you have to do your research and stuff, and it's the film you're making.
Yeah, I would say
Chaos,
so.
keep talking that ish, chaos.
Just going through that, but I'm down for that. You know, I just feel like everything's being rebooted. But if you're gonna reboot it, just make it good. You know what I mean? Where at the rate we're going, we're gonna start watching. Well, we'll be back at the movie theaters by 2022.
Just make it clap.
Click, 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 click. I'm trying to cut back my pull also, just trying to collect only what I'm reading, but it's hard.
It is. It definitely is. Trust me. This decision of mine didn't happen overnight. I was like, bro, what can I do? I don't want to miss out on issues, but I need to cut down because I don't like having boxes all over my house. Like I already have. I think I have enough, and there's a lot of books in those boxes. Yo, honestly, I haven't gone through my boxes like that. It's not like if I had them in like a filing cabinet or something like that I could go through and look at. No, but they're in my closet. They're stacked on top of each other. These are books that I haven't seen or read, and I don't appreciate them the way I do with my Batman books. So I'm like, yo, I think the best way to do things is to collectively buy the story arcs that I want, whether it's Batman, whether it's DC main stories and DC Marvel stories, and whatever I don't want or whatever I'm not doing justice, might as well sell it to somebody that actually appreciates it. Because I know I have some hot books, but they're just in boxes.
Yeah,
books that people go crazy over, and I'm just like, yeah, I have it in my box.
Perry says, "Get it raw, then grade it." You could do that. That's why I'm curious to see what I have in my boxes that I could probably send out to get graded. Because that Wolverine #1, 1982, I have that comic in my box. You know, and I remember looking at it in mint condition. So the whole clean and press and all that stuff, that's all stuff that I'm learning also. I didn't even know that you can press it, I guess, to like it like irons it out a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And then the cleaning, if it's like a little orange, it takes care of it. You know, Walking Dead in 15 years, will it still be hot? I mean, the way it's going right now, it looks like it's gonna have like a carryover. 15 years, that's pretty far, man. I don't know.
I mean, we're talking about history that was in the making. I fell off of Walking Dead, not because it wasn't good. It was just because I think the timing or things, like they had like certain weird, for some reason, the switch up. I don't remember correctly, but look at the fans that came about. Robert Kirkman has a crazy fan base right now, and The Walking Dead could easily go down as one of the best shows in television.
It could. It was. I watch a lot of shows. I'm very busy though, so I DVR a lot. There was a point that The Walking Dead was must watch. It wasn't just a zombie show. It wasn't that. It was deeper.
That was the misconception that everybody had, and I kept describing them. Off season one and season 2 shows it off the back. This is way more intense. This is life, sort of like real life situations. Like, what would you do?
Yeah, and if it okay, let's just say God forbid, world ends tomorrow, but we're surviving. Who are the enemies? It's the humans that will do whatever it takes to survive. So we kind of see that during The Walking Dead. It just so happens that there's a zombie apocalypse while that's going on. So it's just such a deep and dope.
Bro, let's be honest. You guys know The Walking Dead was such a success that your boy Robert Kirkman stopped writing and is not gonna write and said, you know what? Instead of writing more, I'm gonna just fall back and put all these black and white prints in color.
Yo,
that's how you know it's successful.
You want it again, guys? You want Walking Dead? Yo, how about in color? Meanwhile, we're like, yeah,
color. Oh god, yo, Perry, aren't you working on some color things? Where's your color stuff?
They hyped up. Oh yeah, Perry had showed me like a little clip, and I was like, oh, look, he goes, look, color. I was like, oh shit. Hyped up so much that the Negan one shot, which by the way wasn't even all that. I brought it for like $4, but there was a hype behind it. That they sold the regular one, a red one, a gold one, and it was selling out everywhere. So
see, Yeah, that's what I don't want to think about either. I don't want to think about like, yo, am I gonna get that book? It's about to sell out. How much is that book gonna be in the future? Like, I'm done thinking of like that. I just like the old school style of just reading a good story arc and enjoying it and
Well,
talking about it.
that's why it's not similar, but I went digital a few years ago because I just want to read. I want it in my hand. I want it now. But there's certain storylines that are like the hardcover like that I need to have. Old Man Logan.
Yeah, that's how I am.
Yeah, Old Man Logan. I have all the issues, but I also have it as a hardcover. Actually, I have three of
Me
them.
too. Well, I have some of the issues, but I have the hardcover Old Man Logan.
Yeah. I got it. I got two hardcovers. It was one that I brought because I wanted it all together, and then somebody had gave it to me as a gift. So I was like, okay, cool. Plus,
And you didn't tell them like, yo, I already had that.
nah, man. I was like, all right, yo, thank you. Plus, anytime I would travel to like Florida or something, I would always go to the comic shop and find certain storylines that were in a hardcover, like Messiah Complex, Civil War, and stuff like that. And I would read the whole thing during that flight. So that was fun too to do.
I'm the same way. Like when I go camping and stuff, like I just read as well sometimes and just be like, yeah, let me just read this story arc. And then I get all nerdy and I go to my family like, yo, look, can you believe this happened to Batman, Superman?
Walking Dead #1 in there. Yeah, I don't have a Walking Dead #1 in there because when I started into the Walking Dead, I wasn't reading the comic book. I didn't even know there was a Walking Dead comic book. I knew about it, but I didn't collect it. I found out about the Walking Dead when the TV show was on AMC, and they said, "Hey, starting October something, the Walking Dead TV show." And I recorded the first 6 episodes because season 1, the first part was only 6 episodes, so I recorded the whole thing. Then there was a snowstorm. I watched all 6 episodes, and I was hooked. And then my son actually put me on. My son, 17, he was like, "Yo, there's actually the comic book on this," and I was like, "Yo, what?" I'm on it, and then from there it was a wrap. Short boxes. Yes, I actually ordered some short boxes from Amazon, TK. They kind of look like a little animated too.
There you go.
So that's why I'm going to go through the collection because I have a huge box and they're like organized in there, but I want to put them in short boxes. So they look like pretty cool.
I have
So
like eight long boxes and like 10 freaking short boxes.
Okay. In the short box,
it's up.
How much does a short box fit? Does the one I ordered it just fits?
It fits like I think 150 or 100 or
yes. I ordered 3 short boxes and it says it fits around 150 to 175. I didn't think they were so small. I was like, So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
But I mean, that's how you have it. You have all the room. You have the room, so you're good.
I just don't like it that my comics are hidden in a closet. So I brought these short boxes that they have like comic book strips on it. So I'm gonna put them in there and kind of put it like that is visible but not in the way.
Yeah. You could like keep them open and just have them organized with tabs and be like, yeah, I got this issue, I got this issue, and then I'll be like, yo, Mo, do you have that issue? Show it off, Mo.
Right here, it's on level 1, section 34. And it's the Vision storyline, issue number 3. Got everybody soup. And I'm also gonna put them all. That's the other thing that I have them all in their own cover with the white. It's gonna be fun. I just need to do it. My wife is like, you ain't never gonna do it.
Got him. But yeah, man. I mean, that's all I got. I mean, there's more. You got the whole talks about the Ryan Reynolds talking about Green Lantern and coming up in the Justice League Snyder Cut. But I think that are being sarcastic. I'm gonna just quote him. I'm not playing Hawkman in Black Adam because everybody thought that was a thing. And I'm like, where's your information coming from? And then he's like, although I generally do whatever the hell The Rock tells me to do, I would, however, love to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League movie. And I've heard I may already be in it.
He heard.
But I think he's just saying that. I think he just wants to clout. You know, I think he just wants to be. He wants it a movement, and then to finally be in it. I guess.
But
I don't know.
Okay, you know Ryan Reynolds. You hung out with him. What do you think? Is he trolling us?
Well, you know, I texted him earlier and I asked him like, "Yo, are you serious about your tweet or whatever?" And he's like, "Man, I just want to be in it." And I was like, "All right, well, you know, if you're in it, make sure somehow in that film you take out the picture of us and Wolverine and Hugh Jackman, and you're like, yo, is my boys for life.
And you guys had coffee together, right?
Yeah, we had coffee, we had to sit down, and we talked about screenplays and stuff like that.
Or did you do the hood breakfast with the butter roll with the 25-cent juice? Yo, I want it hot. I want it hot butter roll. Let me get that 25-cent juice.
Oh God, those barrel juices.
My wife brought a box of them. I drank one a few days ago. Yo, it tastes like pure sugar, bro. I was like, yo,
but
these things
but
like
they said those are sperm killers. Be careful.
I got 2 kids. I ain't do nothing. I used to be like,
I'm talking about Mo. He's about to have it now. Right?
that's what they said about Tropical Fantasy. Remember? Yo, don't drink that. That's a sperm killer.
That 50 cents. That was the too much for me drink. That was 50 cents.
Used to pop
Right
those.
there.
Used to pop those with a blue lollipop. Come on, man.
Then it went into the Arizona's iced tea, and I was like, "What? $1 for this big ass can of sugar?"
And it lasted the whole day. Be like, yes.
All right, but I think we're good here to end it here. And we spoke about a few comic books. We spoke about
3 of them.
Batman 96, the Dark Knight Meadows, Dark Knight Legends, Dark Knight of Nights book.
It's a long, right? It's like
That one.
Batman,
One
Death
shot.
Metal, Dark Knight, Legends Metal, Silver, #1. Bad Hat.
Oh, did you read any Marvel books? I forgot. I'm pretty sure I read a few.
The only more I read a few of the tie-ins of Empire. I didn't really like it.
Oh man, that was just horrible. Yo, the X-Men
bad.
tie-in was bad. The Avengers tie-in was bad. I was just like,
They're
God.
unnecessary.
I knew I read them. I was like, I did read the Marvel side, and it was just like I haven't read Indie. I wanted to read Ice Cream Man. That is one independent book that I've been trying to read. I've how many issues on, and I really good, and it's up my alley because I think it's horror related, and yeah, I'm really down to see that.
That's a comic book that I've seen pop up everywhere. So maybe that will be my first indie that I start following. So I read the tie-ins, wasn't feeling them. The next Marvel thing that I did read, I haven't read Empire, but I'm reading that today. But I did read the new Venom one, and that was dope.
Oh yeah, the Venom one. I don't know if I read that one.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil it for you. There is a big reveal at the end.
Is it the new character? Is that the one with the new?
There's 2 big reveals. No, there's one big reveal at the end, and then there's a certain character that's everybody's saying is like dope. That's another thing that I've seen the auction go wild. It looks. I don't want to like spoil what it looks like for you, but it's we don't know if he's good or bad. But in that issue, he pops up in there, and then at the end, there's a reveal that to me can lead to the upcoming storyline of a specific villain that's being hyped up. So
No. Okay.
yeah. So read that, and then you see the ending of what you think it could be, and I have my ideas of what I think it could be.
All right.
That's pretty much that, bro.
On episode 31, will TK have his internet back and his great connection?
Listen,
Or will he still be just a icon?
yeah, I think for the technical difficulties that we had, we popped in over 2 hours, 2.5 hours. We could have easily been like, all right, F it, let's just not do it, and then like, nah, let's go through this. We figured it out. That's it.
I think I'm gonna get a picture like this.
Yeah.
A still picture like that.
There it is. We like still made it. 2012. Tree.
But
the
yeah,
sidewalk.
thank you everyone in the chat for coming through and hearing us go really in depth with these comics, because I guess there was a lot of things going on with the comics. I'm not even gonna lie. These issues are something to very, because I know a lot of people get confused as well. And they sort of, I think breakdowns actually help them out understand, especially if you're not reading, if you haven't read the Doomsday Clock or the Button
Yes.
or any of those everything's colliding within each other. Like these stories, you have to start from there to actually understand death metal and keep going. I mean, you don't have to, but there's little points that they make in these new books that it helps, and you'll feel appreciated because you'll be like, oh, I remember that. Oh, I know what they're talking
I
about.
agree.
You know?
I agree. That's
So,
what I enjoy about the storyline, that this has been a very long connection, and they're all in continuity. So it's kind of like dope. This has been connected since Dark Knight Meadows.
Yeah.
Just the whole Barbados thing.
Yep. I mean, even before that, Doomsday Clock, and then the button, because Doomsday Clock is incorporated within this because what happened to Dr. Manhattan and who he is, and then going into this whole issue of like Dr. Manhattan's body or breaking down. We didn't talk about what they said in the end about Barry Allen, about him trying to complete himself, and he needs Barry Allen.
So what does that mean? That he, even though he is the final, I was trying to look for the image of it, but I can't find it.
I think even though he is the final, he's dispersed. Dr. Manhattan dispersed himself, meaning the different parts he's missing to actually.
So he's not at full power.
No, he's not, and he says it. He says he's not at full power.
So
this is the window. This is the gap. Because if he was in full power, I don't see anybody stopping him. But I think this is the gap that makes the difference of him not being in full power, that Batman and the Justice League or whoever can overcome him and come back and actually defeat him. Imagine he just destroys everything and there's no more superheroes.
Well, the thing is that since he is merging with Manhattan at full power, he could do that. Manhattan changed the DC timeline.
Yeah.
So that's the loophole, that he's not at full power, and now he's going to go after Wally West to try to, I guess, take that power.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was in full power. So that now kind of evens out the playing field in a way, because I thought he's Manhattan, he's a Batman who laughs, it's over.
Oh, no. Definitely. That's why it's another thing that has to be taken in consideration because of that. It's Batman Who Laughs, or The Darkest Knight. He's not full power. He says it, and this is why he wanted to stay low at first about Perpetua, because he knows Perpetua is still, I guess, stronger than him. But to actually complete his transformation, to actually be the whole full embodiment of the Batman of Dr. Manhattan, he has to get Barry Allen's speed, or Barry Allen's part of Dr. Manhattan into him. And I think it's going to succeed. I think there's a lot of things that I could see this going a lot of ways, because we also had that kid at the end of Doomsday Clock with the symbol in his head,
which is
that could be another piece to the puzzle that he would need.
And that is Dr. Manhattan as a child in the Watchmen universe.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much the Clark Kent Smallville.
Yeah.
And the parents are going to be Owlman and Silk, Lady Silk. Oh, I forgot about him too. Yeah, so he could be a major determining factor.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, so the plot thickens now. That's
it expands. These are things we gotta just keep in mind. Like reading these issues, like I'm definitely gonna read it one more time to try to understand every little detail, everything, just in case the next issue comes out and we're just like, what the hell? What's going on here? Who's this? Yeah.
And remember to read the baby part, because I knew I wasn't bugging out. There's a baby.
Bro, I missed it. I missed it in physical form too.
It's stuck in the Batcave. He's trying to walk. Everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? All right, cool, man. Cool.
What did John say? John was like, Mo versus TK on Comic Gories would be awesome. Yeah, man.
What do you mean, Batman?
You know what Comic Gories is? I think they take like covers and they give you like a category in covers. So they be like, what is your best, or what's the best female cover comic you have, and then you have to pull it out and you have to describe it. You have to win the audience why yours is better than the others. But to do that, you have to have all your comic books out and stuff like that. And
my things are not even organized for me.
Yeah,
to do that.
To find all my, like, to have everything actually out and stuff. I don't know. You don't know. Say,
here's the cover.
Mo, I don't know when you want to go for episode 31.
Me and TK will discuss it. We'll figure it out. We'll let everybody know ahead of time, so
then we won't show up and we'll reschedule.
that was a mistake. That was a lot of things were going on. We'll let everybody know ahead of time. The next Pop Culture Live show will be at Dudes Talking Comics, episode 31. Just look out for the post. We'll figure it all out.
Yes. And thank you again, everyone, for coming. We had a great time. See you guys next time. Check us out on his channel. And let's hope I got my connection, because if I don't, I'm throwing my Wi-Fi, my router, my computer, my camera, my cell phone,
TK,
and all my books out the window.
the last 10 seconds, you have to talk, but in your form. Show yourself. Show yourself. There it is. There it is. It's like a old robotic. Oh, there it is. The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight doesn't rise. This is what 3G looks like.
Wow.
2G.
This is what's that service?
This is
What's the bad service?
this is Metro PCS,
Oh yeah, Metro PCS right here.
not 4G.
Yo, why is my service so bad though? But I can see you clearly. Nothing is glitching. I feel like I messed with my camera settings.
I think it's either the settings or shut everything down, let it reboot for like a minute, and while you're shutting this down, shut down your router and just see what it looks like. And then if it's not that, it's the internet service. Everything's all crazy.
Bro, they better give me 400 megabytes per second now. How fast is your download speed, you know?
It's fast enough that we have a whole bunch of people here using it.
Yeah, you right.
And I'm on Wi-Fi, so if I was to plug in, I think I would be a bit more sharper and cleaner here. But so far,
Everyone, we out.
You want me to do it? Or you do it?